Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel. As usual tonight, I've got my hostess with the mostess with me, Andy.
Hello. You alright, everybody?
He hasn't got his special dress on tonight. That's normally Sundays.
It's Sunday night dresses, that, isn't
hmm
it?
You will have to bear with me because obviously, with what's happened recently, I am a lot slower and stuff at the moment with moving and talking and doing things. If I get spaced out at any point, I do apologise. I am on an awful lot of tablets and drugs at the moment, and they do have weird and wonderful effects on me sometimes. Tonight we're doing Are You Psychic quiz again. Dorothy, I believe, no, not Dorothy, Maureen, I believe, is reigning champion. We will do it like we did it last time. We'll do between probably about 15 of the Zena cards. Where have you got a pen and paper, Andy, to note down
I have.
people's?
I'm writing all the names down as I see them coming in.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
We will then do 10 of spin the wheel, and then for the third part, we're having a change tonight. Instead of having three images, you're going to get to rummage in Andy's box.
Ooh.
Basically, Andy has got six separate items. Are you going to put them all in the box one at a time, Andy, or are they all in there
Yeah,
together?
we'll do one at a time. There's three from me and three from Bex. So
Okay.
the
Even I
question.
do not know what's in these items are, so I will be able to play the last game, and you'll be able to see just how crap I actually am at doing this kind of thing. But yeah, we thought we'd do a little bit of a shake up to what we usually do. So Andy's going to do his what's in the box for the third bit. So that is where you can actually catch up. We will do it like we do the images, where you're allowed to give three or four descriptive words towards the item, and then we'll add them up and see how close you are to it. Obviously, if you turn around and get it spot on, you'd get bonus points and stuff
Oh,
like that.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Wouldn't be expecting anybody to be that accurate, but you never know. It does happen sometimes. I'm just going to stretch Andy a bit because he looks a bit tiny. I don't know why, but we've been having right trouble earlier on with this bloody Watsy. I don't know how long the stream
Bex.
will go for tonight, folks, because like I say, I've just took my last round of tablets for the night, and when they kick in suddenly, and Andy might have to take over and start talking to you as I start talking complete and utter bullshit. Can't can't be helped. But yeah, if you want, you can ask me some really interesting questions while I'm under the influence, and I will probably happily answer them for you. Right,
We need to
so
find a way to get a virtual stick so I can hit you eat through the screen.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully, it's not going to come to that. But like I say, we probably won't be having a late night stream like we normally do. Saying that, we'll probably still be sitting here at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, without further ado, then we will start. I will put the first line up to make sure that we have got the what's it. Hi, Jace. Right, I have picked a card. So if you'd all like to put your guess in, and we'll see how many of you get it right. Have you done anything for Beltane, Andy?
Unfortunately, no.
No,
Weather
no.
were a bit
Yeah,
rubbish.
no, me. I've just eaten all day. I've been more bothered
Yeah.
about eating than doing anything else. Okay, then. Is that everybody pretty much in? Right, I'll give you a countdown. So, 5 seconds to make sure everybody else gets their guess in. So, we will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guessing over. That's your first one. And the first one that I actually thought of was, in fact, a square. So, there you go, Andy. You just need to find everybody with a square.
Right, Maureen, she's off to a good start. Oh,
Right, the champion's off to a good start. She's got the first one right. You are looking to beat Maureen Roundtree tonight. She is currently this month's champion. She came from nowhere last month to clobber poor old Becky to death, quite resoundingly. And everybody else, from what I can remember, she was quite a good way ahead of everybody else at the end of it.
Sure, yeah. Right, I've got everybody.
Okay, okay. So how many of them actually got that then,
There are only
Andy?
3 people that got
Okay. Right, I've already picked the next one. I will blank off that square in a minute. Let me just do that. Um, with a square what, Brett? Right, Andy. Okay. There we go. That's gone. I've picked the next one. You can start guessing. Right, Andy's gone star. Brendan, Maureen isn't an option. it's one.
that.
It's one of 5 shapes, and Maureen isn't one of the 5 shapes. Maureen says star. Becky says circle. Jamie says circle. Alana says red cross. Stephen says star. Tracy B says circle. Jane says waves. Andy K says waves. Claire Bear says waves. Maureen says star. You've already put it once, haven't you, Maureen? Dorothy says square. James says waves. JC's too busy talking to Becky to put a guess in. Yes, I will. I am definitely up for it. I don't think I have beat it. Oh, he's on about his bones, Andy. He won't shut up about the bones now.
Is he
Uh,
loving it?
yeah, he was absolutely mortified that Becky was touching bones earlier on. He loved the video, but he was like really mortified that Becky had touched bones. Not feeling too bad at the moment, Elizabeth. I'll literally go up and down as the hours go past. I can be either up or down, so I'm just trying to maintain an even keel at the moment. Right, folks, I'm going to count down, and then we will pick it. 5, 4, 3. Hi, Ellie. 2, 1. There we go. Okay, and the one that time was in fact a star. I think you got that one, didn't you, Andy?
I think I did, yeah. About time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, Maureen's off.
Oh, she
she's
got it
winning.
again.
Yep. Right. Stephen. Stephen. Here we go. Elizabeth.
Yeah, Brendan. There's normally with Steam Labs. There's normally a lag of between 20 and 30 seconds.
Right, I believe I've got everybody.
Okay. Right, I will stick up the next line then to make sure people can start guessing. Okay, guys, I've already got in my head which one I'm going to be doing, so you can pick your next one now. Honestly, if Maureen picks this again, I'm going to scream. Right, Andy's gone for waves. Andy K's gone for Ellie. Becky's gone for circle. Yeah, Maureen is on form again, Dorothy. Ellie says she won't be on too long tonight. Not a problem, Ellie, don't worry about it. Louise says, oh, hi, Ellie. Maureen says cross. Jane says circle. Tracy B says cross. Brendan says waves. Stephen says cross. Louise M says cross. Claire Bear's gone circle. Dorothy's gone wave. James has plumped with a square. Andy K has gone with a cross. Alana's gone with a cross again. I think Alana's going with eventually it'll be a cross theory. Elizabeth has gone with a circle. Ellie has gone with waves. Tara has gone with a circle. Right, I'm going to count it down for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and this time it was actually a circle.
Circle. Oh, Becky
Don't
is
th-
that.
yeah, I don't think many got it that time. I think
Jane.
Maureen actually got one wrong, didn't her?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Alana, it's a good job Brandon ain't on.
Tara.
My mate who I used to work with, because he sticks to the same one all the way through until he gets it.
Right, I believe that's everybody.
Okay then, I'll stick the... Oh, wrong symbol. There's the next line. Okay, I've already picked the next one. Let me just take that one off. Okay, you can start your guesses again. Brendan says you're slacking, Maureen. Jamie says twice she's guessed it one ahead. We'll always pick the one that you thought of before then, Jamie. Right. Andy's gone with circle. Elizabeth shocked. Becky's gone with waves. Maureen's gone with waves. Jamie's gone with star. Alana says, "How do that'll behave and let people focus." Tracy B's gone waves. Jane Newcomb's gone cross. Joanne B's gone cross. Claire Bear's gone star. This is resting for me, Ellie. Honestly, sitting in front of the computer with you lots. Best medicine for me, really is. Me and Andy have been having a good laugh for the last half hour before we came on. This is actually more relaxing for me than just lying in bed doing nothing. Elizabeth says square. Stephen says waves. Maureen says waves. Orb's Realm says square. Ellie says square. James says star. Louise says waves. Dorothy says cross. Tara says waves. And Andy K says waves. And Maverick says circle. Hi, Maverick. Okay, I'm going to count down and close it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Guessing closed. You're gonna hate this one, Andy, because a lot of them got it that time. This time it
Really?
was waves.
Waves. Okay, okay.
I noticed
Oh,
there were a lot of them calling it up that time.
Becky. Tracy B. Why, there's a lot, isn't there? Stephen.
Yeah.
Maureen. Oh, well. I've put
Maureen
Maureen
again.
ahead. Yeah. Tara. Right. Andy K. And that's everybody.
Okay. Right, I'll knock that one off now then. Let's call this back up. How many have we done so far, Andy?
4, I think.
Okay.
That's right.
Here we go for number 5 then. I have picked number 5 and away you go. See, I'm glad this has dropped like this, Andy, because I don't have to work so hard doing this. If you know, if this had been the card reading, it would have probably crippled me tonight.
Oh,
Whereas
aye, definitely.
whereas just sitting here doing this is, it's a nice, relaxing
Yeah, yeah,
thing
yeah.
back into it. Smug ain't a good look, Louise. Right, Maureen has gone cross. Jamie's gone star. Orbsrom's gone cross. Joanne's gone square. Claire Bear's gone star. Elizabeth's gone square. James wants to do Dorothy. Becky's got cross. Tracy B's got circle. Stephen's got cross. Jane's got cross. Maverick's got star. James has got star. Ellie's got square. Dorothy's got star. Okay, I'm going to count you down in a sec then. 5. Andy K's gone waves again. 4, 3, 2, 1. And Louise Emma's gone cross. And I honestly thought nobody was going to get it that time until Andy went last minute, because I've thrown in a what's it there and it's waves again.
Waves again.
And I honestly thought nobody was going to get it, Andy, and then right at the last minute, Andy Case just threw in waves, I noticed.
There we go. Okay, okay.
Okay, let me chuck in a line then. Okay, I'm going to take this one off, and then you can start picking again, because I've picked the next one. Off you go. We could do with that countdown music. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, it always pays to be sneaky, Alana. You know, if you're psychic, chance shouldn't play a part. Me throwing in doubles and trebles shouldn't throw anybody. Hi Sam.
Yes,
Don't worry about being late. It's all right. Yeah, I know. It's been a challenging day for me and all. I think it has for everybody. I'm glad you come on actually, because you can come in chat after if you want. Because I want to talk to you and Andy later about summer. Oh, I've missed them all, Andy. I forgot. I've been watching them now because I was talking to Sam. Some people have said square, some people have said cross, some people have said circle, some people have said star, some people have said square. Okay, we'll count it down in a minute then. 5, 4, 3, do 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 do. There we go. Right, and this time it was actually square. So I don't know how many said square, Andy, because I missed half of them. Because I was talking to Sam.
Tracy B. We've got Dorothy. Jane. Tara. Hey, Tara's going well.
I wish I.
Yeah. James.
Jamie says she's finally got one. I take it you're not going to be a divination witch, Jamie.
Did I miss Jamie off that one?
Does the winner get a
Oh,
teapot
yeah,
and a
square.
dictionary? Normally they get 10,000 points to play the games on the channel, Alana, but YouTube, in all its wisdom, has shut off a lot of the chat features at the moment, so we can't use them. Hi, Luna. Welcome to the channel.
Right, I've got everybody.
You got everybody? Right, I'm going to
Yeah.
draw a line under that then, and we'll go for the next one. Okay, I've already picked it. Let me just get rid of the square. Okay, there you go. Off you go then. I'll pay more attention this time to what people are saying. Right, Andy said star. Maureen's gone circle. Claire Bear's gone cross. Becky's gone cross. Brendan's gone star. Stephen's gone star. Tracy B's gone cross. Thanks, Andy. I forgot my lights were connected to my super chat. Thank you. Shit, I forgot about that. I hope they stop. Thank you. um, it's right because all my computers connected up to my lights and it's all connected to my super chat and my YouTube channel and everything. So that's what happens when I get super chatted. And everybody outside now is probably thinking I'm having a disco. Dorothy says star. Jane says circle. Ellie says waves. Louise says cross. Joanne B says square. Thank you very much for that, Andy. Very much appreciated. And you are actually my very first super chat. So thank you very much. Much appreciated. Tara said cross. Mega Choco said cross. Yes, Elizabeth. It is. It was just something I added to the channel for people, you know, because if people are going to throw money at me, they might as well get the pleasure of annoying the hell out of me by trying to give me epilepsy as well. So there you go. Right, I'm going to count you down then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, and that time, Andy, it was actually Star.
Yes.
Or did you have that one?
I'm getting back in game. What's that? Quite a fair few people. Brendan, Stephen's catching up.
Is he?
Yeah, Jamie. We've got a bit of a tiebreaker going on.
All right. So how many we
Or is
done
it
so
that?
far? 5 or 6?
This is 6th, I think. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Dottie got that one.
Thanks, Sam.
Andy. Oh wow, yeah. Right, got everybody.
Hang on, Andy. I'll just have to wait for these lights to finish because I'm going to be sitting here doing this in a minute. um, right. Thank you very much, Sam. That was much appreciated. You don't have to give me money, honestly, but it is appreciated and it does help. Right. Did you say that was number 6?
Yeah.
Right, what we'll do with these then, Andy, we'll do 15. I'll get to number 10, and then you can give us a rundown on who's currently winning.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So let me just cover that one up. Okay. Have I drawn a line? I ain't, have I? Stop it. There we go. Okay, I have picked the next one, so away you go then. Andy's gone waves, Joanne B's gone waves, Elizabeth's gone cross. Jamie's gone waves, Tracy B's gone cross, Becky's gone square, Maureen's gone waves, Andy K's gone circle, Brendan's gone cross, Maverick's gone... So is Maverick doing circle all the while again? Stephen's gone square, Jane's gone cross, Dorothy's gone circle, Aya woofed. James has gone star, Tara's gone cross. I think that's almost everybody in it. Louise M's gone circle. Right, okay. We'll count you down for this one. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. And this time, Andy, I don't know. I don't think many got it this time. It was actually cross.
Cross. Lizzie.
I don't think there was too many.
Tracy B.
Mhm.
Brendan. Jane. Where's Jane gone? She's done a runner off the tail. Oh, I found her. Tara. Oh, well. Very good.
Which one of you two just made me look at my phone? Wasn't me. Oh God, Mav, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm tanked up on a right cocktail at the moment. Apparently they call it the coronary cocktail, the 5 separate tablets and then the others round it. Lizzie, Andy, you're asking for an ass kicking lol.
Like it's a bad thing, Lizzie.
Have you got everybody?
Yeah, I've got everybody.
Okay. Shut up, Coco. Right, let's draw a line under that one then. Let's take off that, and away you go again. Right, I've got it picked. Oh, somebody else has just done something. Thank you very much, whoever's done something. I'm being flashed again. Thank you, Maureen.
Maureen.
Much appreciated. Well, if nothing else, the dogs are loving it. Can you bend my star into a cross? Right, you can start guessing again. What are you eating? Or are you rolling? Are you going to roll a cigarette now?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna catch up with you at some point, Brett. Trust me.
To be honest, like I said, Andy, it's only been tonight where I've really been getting the urges for it, and luckily they ain't lasting long. Right, Andy K said square, Maureen said square, Tracy said star, James has said waves, Jamie said square, Becky said circle, Brendan said circle, Joanne B said square, Maverick's gone wave, Dorothy's gone wave. Well, Dorothy Wood is to do with dolphins in it, waves. Jane, Jane's gone star, Tara Bell's gone square, Louise Emma's gone circle, Maureen's gone circle, Stephen's gone circle. Too much flashing and the dogs will be on the floor convulsing. Oh, now they love it. Andy, I normally have them flashing different colours for them on a night. It keeps them calm. Right, I'm going to lock it down now then. 5, 4, 3, 2, do 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 do. 1, gone. Right, and that time it was actually, when I can find it, circle. I think there was a few got it that time, Andy.
Brendan,
Okay.
catching up. Becky, Louise. Oh, my chat just jumped. Great. Oh, that's alright. Maureen. Oh, this is interesting. And Stephen. Oh, even
Okay.
more interesting. I think that's it. I think I've got everybody.
Okay. How many is that we've done?
I think that was 7. Well, that's 7 or 8.
Count them.
I think that were 8, weren't it?
Okay, so this is number 9 then. Okay, guys, I've already picked which one I'm going to do. I'll just get rid of that circle off there. So away you go for number 9. Do you want to do 10 of these or 15, Andy?
Do 10 if you want.
All right. So after 10, we'll move on to the spin wheel because the spin wheel's a
Yeah.
bit easier. And it's even less button pushing for me, which I like at the moment. Right, you've gone square, Maureen's gone cross, Elizabeth's gone square, Becky's gone star, Andy K's gone waves, James has gone square, Joanne B's gone cross, Dorothy's gone square, Tracy's gone square, Brendan's gone cross, Stephen's gone cross, Louise Emma's gone star, Tara's gone waves. From Countdown to the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah, it definitely is Alana. We go from one to the other. And then we're going on. Then we're going on to what was that one with Noel Edmonds, Andy? What was that one
Which
called?
one?
The quiz show
Which
where,
one?
where they open the boxes with the number with the.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I used to like that one
Yeah, we're going to
back in
that one.
the
We're
day.
going to that one at the end. Right, here we go then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do 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 do. Right, and this one was actually waves.
Waves.
Stop looking at me like that, Coco. It's nothing to do with me.
Andy K.
Tara's definitely got it as well.
Oh, Tara. Well, Tara's on form tonight.
Deal or no deal, that was it.
Deal, that's the one.
We're doing Dybbuk or no Dybbuk.
I used to like golden balls as well.
Yeah, I like golden balls. That's what we'll call the last part, Andy. Dybbuk or no Dybbuk.
Right, I've got everybody.
Okay, this is the last one for this round then. So you need to have a real good concentrate for this one. Okay, I've got it picked. Time for you all to have your final guess on the Xena cards. No problem, Jamie. You have a good night.
See you later, Jamie.
You have a good night, Jamie, and you look after yourself. Right. Andy's gone with star. Yay is not a shape, Tara. Tracy B, neither is take care, Jamie. That's not a shape. Hope it eases soon, Jamie. Again, that's not a shape. You're talking about Jamie's bump. Maureen says waves. Jane says star. Elizabeth says square. Andy says waves again. Tracy said star. Becky said star. Joanne said star. Dorothy said star. James has said square. Orbs Realm said waves. Stephen said waves. Louise said star. Christ, it's a toss up between star and waves. And have we got them all? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I can tell you, Andy, one group of you is right because
Okay.
I actually went with waves again.
Really?
Yep, to double up. And it was funny how everybody was either falling on waves or star then.
Right, Maureen. Andy K. Brendan.
Right, I'm just going to quickly
Stephen.
run to the loo while you're doing that, Andy.
No
Well,
worries.
I ain't going to quickly run because something will happen if I do, but I'm going to the loo.
Right, so on tally up of the card round, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 people that are tie breaking. That's pretty balmy, that. And only one person true runner up. It's pretty good. I'll wait till I'll wait till Brett gets back before we announce who's tying.
Right, Andy, do you want to give us the top 3 then?
Well, actually, right, we've got 4 people all tie breaking in that one.
Oh, wow.
Right, we've
Yeah.
got Maureen,
Mm-hmm.
Andy K,
Yeah.
Tara,
Right.
and Stephen. And then
And what
second,
point are they all on?
they are on 5 points.
Jesus, that's quite high for 10.
Yeah, right. And then we've got Brendan Orb's Realm at 4 on
Yeah.
his own. And then we've got Elizabeth, Jane, Tracy B,
Thanks,
and
Tracy. Oh, God.
and Becky all at 3 points.
It's going to be a close thing tonight.
It is.
Right, you're all chasing Maureen. Maureen is the reigning champion. Let's see if you can actually knock her off for this one. No, that does sound right, does it? Let's see if someone can beat Maureen. I've got to be very careful what I said then.
You're moving into Tiger King realms, Leah.
Yeah. What is Tiger King? Everybody keeps going on. Have you seen Tiger King yet? I'm like,
Oh, it's
no.
brilliant.
Never
Ah,
heard of
okay.
it. Right, you four. All to play for still to maintain the lead. Anybody a bit lower down the list, believe me, with these next two rounds, you can easily come back, and people have actually come from behind in previous ones to win this on the last two rounds. So we'll stop. We'll do 10 of these because they're nice and quick in there, Andy.
Yeah.
These ones we don't have to mess around with them so much. Okay then. So we will start with the first one. So I will put. Ooh, shouldn't have done that so quick. Let me just put my line. Right, and everybody can start picking their colour. Cheers, Jane. Thank you for that. They're only doing this, Andy, so they can see me flash on and off. Right, you've gone yellow. Now, this is totally random. I've got no control over this whatsoever, so I can join in this. I'm going to go with purple. Andy K's gone green. Andy B's gone yellow. Joanne B has gone orange. Maverick has gone white. Becky has gone green. James has gone red. Maureen has gone pink. Stephen has gone blue. Tracy B has gone pink. Orb's Realm has gone blue. Dorothy's gone cyan. It'll be and Elizabeth's gone purple with me. It'll be interesting to see what these four leaders are going to do, Andy. Whether they're going to keep agreeing with each other or trying to pull away. Okay, here we go then. Ready? I'll just seal it off now to make sure nobody else can guess. Louise Emma's gone green. I've gone purple, Andy, by the way.
Okay, okay.
There we go. White. I don't think anybody got white, did they?
Let's have a look. Yeah, Maverick.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Well done, Mav. Let me know when you're done.
will do. Yep, all done.
Going from pink to purple is always fun, eh, Brett? Yeah, it is actually. I'm saying nothing else. Convicting myself. Thank you. Right then, you can all start guessing your second one. Andy's gone pink. I'm going to go orange this time.
Okay, okay.
Oh, Tara's. Is Tara going orange in this one or the last one? Oh, Becky's gone red. Tracy B's gone cyan. Elizabeth's gone pink with you, Andy. I like the Pokemon thing here, Haunter. I think it is actually Alana. Maverick's gone cyan. Dorothy's gone cyan. Brendan's gone yellow. Andy K's gone pink. Jane's gone blue. Maureen's gone blue. I went blue the other day. Tara Bell went blue. Elizabeth pink. James pink. Stephen cyan. Joanne B yellow. Louise M pink. Tara Bell's last one. Right, okay, I'm going to draw a line under it in a minute. What did I go for this time? Did I say orange?
Yes.
Right, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's that shut down. And there we go. Spin the wheel. Oh, you bugger. Purple. Did anybody pick purple?
Let's have a look here. No. No purples.
Yeah, it is Haunter, I think, Alana. And yes, Andy has got an absolutely massive tongue. Okay, let's draw a line under that one then, and then everybody can start guessing again. Okay, Andy, I am going green this time. I'm going to go the other
Same
side
as
of the board.
yeah, same as me.
So me and Andy have gone green. Oh, Becky's playing it crafty this time and going with a colour not many people pick. White. Oh, Tracy B's agreeing with us and gone green. I was going to pick it, then went no, lol. Jane's gone green. Joanne B's gone blue. Maureen's gone green with us. Brendan's gone green. Andy K's gone green. Shit, Andy, you want to hope it don't come out green. Stephen Dennis has gone yellow. Louise has gone green. Dorothy's gone orange. James has gone orange. Maverick has gone green. And yes, that is the hunter from Pokemon. Tara's gone cyan. Elizabeth has gone orange. So it looks like the vast majority of people are going green on this one. Okay, right. I'm going to count you down on this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. And we'll give it a spin. Ooh, orange.
Really?
Yeah, so that's a...
That's one for you, isn't it? Did you go orange?
No,
Oh,
I
no, you
went
went
green.
green. Last one, weren't it?
Yeah.
I know Dorothy and James got that one.
And Elizabeth.
And Elizabeth. Right, that's everybody.
Okay. I'll draw another line under it then. How many we done so far, Andy?
That was number 3.
Okay, here we go for number 4 then. Pick your colours. I'm going blue. Andy's gone red. Dorothy back of the net isn't colour. Becky's gone blue with me. Tracy B's gone blue with me. Let's all go blue together. Joanne B's gone white. Maureen's gone red. Andy K's gone purple. Elizabeth's gone green. Must be rotting. Stephen's gone purple. Dorothy's gone green. James has gone blue. Louise M's gone blue. Jane has gone white. Tara's gone red. Brendan's gone red. Have you noticed Brendan and Tara have pretty much agreed on colours? Even though they've actually been putting them at exactly the same time.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Maverick's gone pink. Elizabeth's gone green. Oh, don't worry, Selena. Don't worry about it. We're just having a general chill out tonight because, you know, I ain't me usual full of energy self. Selena's gone red, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Right, I'm going to draw a line under it in a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I can't remember what colour I said, Andy. Blue.
No,
I said blue, didn't I?
blue. Right.
Here we go. Do you know I looked at cyan as well, and I thought, no, I'll go blue.
Cyan?
It's cyan. Did anybody pick cyan?
Nope.
Yep. See, you can see this is how psychic I am. As psychic as a cardboard box left out in the rain. Okay, let's draw another one. Right, I am going to go pink this time. Andy, the two Andys. Right, Andy's gone white, I've gone pink. You keep working hard and paying them taxes, Selena. Would aid for my disability benefits to dry up. Elizabeth's gone green. Becky's gone white. Maureen's gone orange this time, interestingly. Jane has gone red. Tracy has gone purple. Louise has gone green. Brendan's gone purple. Andy K has gone orange. Tara, don't worry about it. I ain't got one right yet either, so I really wouldn't worry about it. Stephen's gone white. Tara is pink. Bloody adverts, lol. Hey, hey. What do you mean adverts? It shouldn't be playing adverts, should it?
Yeah, it does sometimes
Oh,
does
does
at the
it?
beginning for new joiners, yeah.
Oh, right. I thought it just did them once it was finished. James says yellow. Dorothy says yellow. Maverick says white. Selena says blue. Just pick a colour new, quick. You can say hello to everybody after you've picked your colour. Maverick, you're awake. Right, I'm counting it down. You're going to have to join in the next one now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I went pink this time, didn't I?
Yeah.
You ready?
Okay.
There we go. White again? Shit.
Yes, I got that.
I don't think there was many said white, was there?
So Becky copying me.
Copying you. How do you know you weren't copying Becky?
Oh, this is it. Steven. Maverick. Oh, Maverick's got 2 right on this. Right, that's everybody.
Okay. How many are we up to?
7, I believe.
So is this the eighth?
No, this would be 7.
Right, okay. Guess your colours then, guys. I am going... Oh, see, I want to say purple, but blue keeps drawing me, Andy. I'm going to go blue, yeah, because I was going to say purple, but the blue keeps drawing me. Right,
Right.
Brendan says yellow. Becky says pink. I'm going with that blue because it was drawing me. Maverick says purple, which was what I was originally going to go for. Tracy B says yellow. You're going cyan. Selena's gone yellow. Louise M's gone yellow. Tara's gone yellow. Jane's gone yellow.
Wow.
Elizabeth's gone purple. That was interesting. 4 yellows on your big block.
Yeah.
Nikki's gone orange. Has been tangoed. Maureen's gone
Hmm.
cyan. James is orange. Stephen says blue. Andy says yellow, same as my eyes. That's a liver problem, Andy. Dorothy says purple. Okay, let's draw a line under this then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All bets closed. What did I say? Blue, didn't I? Even though
Yeah.
I was going to pick purple first. If it falls on purple, now I'm going to cry. Red. See,
Red.
I'm red. I'm shit at this. Did anybody say red?
I don't believe so. No. No.
Hi, Claire.
Hey, Claire.
Okay, let's block this one off then, and then you can pick number 8. Number 8. Right, I am going this time with orange. Andy's gone red. Thank you, Selena. I know they're on before they even come up on the chat because the bloody lights go crazy. I feel like one of them deaf people who have the doorbell connected up to the lights. I used to know somebody like that. Right. What did I say? What did I say? Orange, didn't I?
Orange.
Maureen's
Yeah.
gone green. Becky's gone cyan. Elizabeth's purple. Stephen's pink. Brendan's pink. Claire's going to make the frigging lights flash now. You watch. Or it may not do because it's so close together. Thank you, Claire. Uh, James is pink. Joanne is white. Jane is purple. Andy's cyan. Dorothy's cyan. Claire has gone white. That's interesting. Nikki and Claire. You can only have one of them, Nikki. You can't pick 4. Dorothy's gone cyan. So we're taking your first guess as white. Okay, you ready, Andy? I said
Yep.
orange. Did I say orange? I did, didn't I?
Orange. Yeah, yeah.
Here we go. See, I told you I'm shit. Look, it's purple.
Purple.
Purpley. So what was that? Number 8 or number 9?
That was number 9.
So this is the last one in
Elizabeth.
this round then, and then you've all gonna get to have a rummage in Andy's box. The bit you've all been looking forward to. As a colourblind person, can I go for grey? No, because even if you're colourblind, you can still see some colours. Right, okay, you can go for your very last one now then. I am going to go green. Sod it. Do you know I haven't got a single guess right, Andy? Not one. I'm going green on my last one. Nobody else could green because it's definitely not going to be green.
Becky's gone green.
That's it. You're
Got
doomed,
it.
Becca. You're doomed. Andy's gone orange. Brendan's gone blue. It depends on the cake, though, Claire. Tracy. Tracy's red. Becky's green like me. Maureen's blue. Dorothy's suckered into green as well. Selena's gone white. Stephen's gone orange. Joanne B's gone blue. Maverick's gone yellow. Claire's gone red. Nikki's gone yellow. Um, can I go shoulder deep, Andy B? Well, there's an offer you can't refuse, Andy. Andy K's red, and he will be if he goes shoulder deep.
Yeah.
Louise is green. Why are you all following me? I haven't got a single one of these right. Jane's gone green. Elizabeth's gone red. James has gone yellow. Don't worry, Brett, nor have I. So why are you still following the colours I'm picking then, Tracy? The idea is you look what colour I'll pick and then pick one of the others. Right, okay, I'm going to seal it off then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This falls on green now, I'm going to laugh. It ain't going to, but... Bloody red again. Did anybody pick red?
Yeah, Tracy B.
There you go.
Claire did. Andy K. Tara.
Hi, Nigel.
Elizabeth. Well, we've got as winner on that round
Okay, which was?
Elizabeth.
Oh, wow.
3 points.
Who was second?
And then we've got Maverick on his own at 2.
Yeah.
And then, a few oneers.
Right, so what's the current leaderboard standing at then over the first 2 rounds?
Right, current leaderboard is... So let me check the 4 leaders. Right, we've got a tie break between 4 people now.
Still got the tie break.
Yeah, and that's Elizabeth
Right.
at 6.
Yeah.
Andy K at 6.
Right.
Tara at 6 and Stephen at 6. Very interesting.
Okay.
And Maureen's on 5. Mm.
Right, I've blew you up so we can look at your box closer.
Okay. Right, so are we to do it a bit like what we do with pictures? If you can tell me, say like 3 things and then ever, like so you can like go for some sort of colour or
Yep.
Shapes or stuff like that. But then if you want to have a full stab at full thing, we could give them a full what?
Yep.
5 points.
Yep.
Or something.
Yep.
If they get the correct.
Okay, guys, we're doing it like the images. I'll draw the stars in a minute. Pick 3 things that you are sensing about what Andy's currently got in his box. That's the box with what's that symbol on the front of it?
It's the clasp.
Oh, right. Okay. There's only one item in the box at a time. I have absolutely no idea what is in these boxes, so I can play this as well. So we'll start it now. I'll draw the line, just give you 3 separate things, and then we'll see how close it is at the end of each one. And we have got 6 of these. So we'll start with the first one, Andy. So I am going with something plastic, something red, and spots.
Okay.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
So I'll put that in the thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. Joanne B says rose, yellow, and ribbon. Nikki, that's it. Oh, Nikki's quite interesting. Grey, stone, and round. Dorothy's put shell, marble, or pebble. Sam's put a gnome. Sam's edging a bets already.
Oh, definitely.
Andy's put bones, plants, and token totem. Okay. Elizabeth has put feather, button, and ribbon. Tara has put feather. Jamie has put wooden, green, and rope.
That's
James,
very interesting.
is it?
Mm.
James has put crystal, wood, and smooth. That's interesting. What Maverick's put, because he says it's Blue Sailor or GI Joe.
Okay.
Okay. Tracy B, brown, hole, and stone. I'm not even going down that imagination. Selena, board, wooden pieces. Stephen, bird skull, white bone. Jane, lace, white ribbon. Brendan, smells red and waxy. That's interesting. Louise, metal, black and red. Um, oh, and Alana's just gone straight for it and said Agstone. Um, Claire thinks it's your ladybird boxers.
Oh,
Tara Bell thinks feather, brownish black. Okay, I'm closing it off then. Five, four, three, two, one. Yes, I know. Elizabeth Chocolate Hole Art. That's exactly what I thought. Go on then, Andy.
right. Are we ready?
Yeah,
This item
weather
was a
cone.
pine cone.
Oh,
Now, the
so
reason I said it were interesting with Jamie's is because there's green,
in the
like,
box.
tissue paper in there.
Yeah.
And with wood,
Mhm.
I thought that was quite cool. Right, so we need to go back through everybody, don't we? Do you want to go through them
Yeah.
and I'll mark the
Yeah.
points?
I'm just going up to the place where I.
Becky's going to set the next box up while we're doing this.
Okay. So Joanne B said rose, yellow, and ribbon. So there's nothing really with that one, is there?
No,
I
no.
said plastic, red, and spots. So I was about as accurate as Joanne was. Um, Now this is interesting. Maureen said
It is.
trees, sky, and brown. So she's got at least two there.
Two, definitely two, Factory and Brown.
Yeah. Nikki, this again is interesting. Grey, stone, and round. Would you
I'd
get?
go for Round.
I'd go for the round.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dorothy
Right.
said shell, marble, pebble. Not really, is he?
No,
You,
definitely went to Gnome.
no, you crap, Dorothy. Sam said gnome. Nope, definitely not a gnome.
No,
Andy, bones, plant, and token. Well, it is off a plant.
it is.
So,
I'm going to give one for that.
hmm Elizabeth said feather, button, and ribbon. Got about as close as I did. Jamie says wooden, green, and rope. Well, it's got one for the wooden.
Definitely.
James said crystal, wood, and smooth. So he's definitely got one for the wood.
James went it,
Yeah.
yeah?
Maverick was like me, totally off it. Um, Tracy B, I don't really want to read this one out again. Brown, hole, and stone. So she's got one.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Selena said board, wooden pieces. See, now that's interesting because
Oh,
the wooden bit's definitely right, but you know, it's like the pieces as well. It's quite an intricate thing, isn't it? But we'll
it
just give her the
is.
one for the wooden because it technically isn't in pieces, but there are a lot of pieces to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Stephen said bird skull, white, and bone. So he was like me, got nothing. Jane said lace, white, and ribbon. Again, off like me. Brendan said smells red and waxy. None of them really covered it, did it?
Nope.
Louise said metal, black, and red. Again, nothing else covered it. What's that orange thing that's just appeared at the top of my... What's it?
Wow.
What is it?
Mystique sent you 20 quid.
You kidding? Thank you, Claire. That you didn't have to, and that is really appreciated. It ain't come up on mine yet because I'm scrolling down the what's it. I've just got some alien face appeared at the top of my screen. Thank you, Claire. That it really is appreciated. Um, where did we get to?
I think we got up
Alana won it.
to.
Alana said a
Yeah.
hagstone, and it wasn't. It was a pine cone. Claire said ladybird boxers. I think that was wishful thinking on Claire's part. Tara said feather, brownish, and black. So Tara's got one.
Yep.
Chocolate. Oh, there it's come up now. Thank you very much for that, Claire. That is amazing. Thank you.
Chocolate hole.
Yeah, we'll get
Oh
off the
dear.
chocolate hole. Right,
We will.
we'll go on to the next one then.
Right, so the next one.
Okay, is it already done?
It's already in there.
Right, I am going Metal Star and Faye. I don't know why that's in my head,
Okay.
but that's what I'm going with. It rhymes. Hagstone, pine cone. Close. Right. Brendan has gone silver, round, and metal. Oh, that's funny. He's gone for metal, aren't we? Silver, round, metal. Andy's going to keep away from him now because he's mentioned silver. Maureen, feather, pin, brooch. Interesting, Maureen. Dorothy has gone paper, stained, torn. Oh no. Okay. Louise has gone metal, black, flame. Okay. Maverick's gone blue, silver, quartz. Alana's gone jewellery, moon, silver. It's weird that metal and silver and that lot's coming up a lot, Andy.
It is. It is.
Jane has gone white, grey, and feather. Selena says sharp, shiny, and handle. Joanne says wood, pentagram, and sweet. Jamie says magic, stone, and healing. Stephen says green, black, stone. James says smooth, stone, and star. Elizabeth has gone brown, metal, stone. New has gone blue, sharp, and metal. Another one who thinks it's metal. And Decay has gone bone, black, hair, or fur. That's
Oh.
interesting. Tara has gone grey, hard. Tara's gone hard and roundish. Okay. Tracy B has gone feather, blue, and green. Now I know you don't like silver and decay. I knew you wouldn't. Claire says metal, chain, and shiny. Everybody seems to be going down a metal jewellery type thing with this one,
They
Andy.
do. And it's interesting. It's an interesting set of answers.
Okay, I'm going to count this down then. Five, four, three, two, one. Okay, and it's closed, Andy. So, would you like
And
to
the
reveal what's
closed.
in the box?
Right. So right, there's two little separate things on this.
Right.
So the main bulk of it is a small Irish book
Mm-hmm.
with a little four-leaf clover metal charm
Right.
hung down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting.
Yeah. Because I got metal and fey.
Yeah.
I can't
So
remember
there
what my
we
other
go.
word was. Oh, star.
Mm,
Maybe I was seeing the four-leaf clover as a star.
yeah. Right. Go on, Bex. You go and set next one up while we're going through these then.
Okay then, down we go. I said metal, star, and Fae, so I get one for metal. Do I get one for Fae? Because they are connected to the Fae, the
Yeah,
book.
it's
Yeah,
look at leprechauns, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Definitely.
So I'll get two. Jesus, I've
Yeah.
actually got some points. Um, Brendan says silver, round, and metal.
Wow.
So how much you want to give him for that? He's definitely got the
I,
metal.
I'd give him two.
I'd give him the one
It
for.
is roundish, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. What colour is it? That four-leaf clover.
Well, it is silver.
He's got three.
Well, three then. Wow.
Right. Maureen says feather, pin, or brooch.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like kind of close, but
Mhm.
no.
But not on. Sorry, Maureen. Uh. Dorothy says paper, stained, torn. Dorothy.
Definitely.
Dorothy was in the toilet again. Um. So she gets one for paper, doesn't her?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm presuming the book ain't stained or torn.
No.
Right. Louise said metal, black, and flame. So he gets one for metal.
Louise. Yep.
Maverick said blue, silver, and quartz. So he gets one for silver. This is another interesting one off Alana.
Yeah.
Jewelry, moon, and silver. So I'd say she's got two there.
Chill. Yeah.
Jane says white, grey, and feather. Don't really cover him, does he?
No.
Okay. Selena said sharp, shiny, and handle. Now the thing's shiny because it's metallic silver in it.
Yep.
So shiny is definitely one. Right. Joanne said wood, pentagram, and sweet. Uh-uh. Computer says no.
Yeah, definitely.
Jamie says magic, stone, and healing. She has edged the bets there with magic because it covers a very
Yeah,
large area. But give her the
it very muchly does.
yeah. It's up to you whether you want to give her the one for that or not.
Go on, I've given her one
There
for
you
it.
go then. Have you?
Yeah. She's worth one.
You give her a good one. Right, that was Jamie. Stephen, green, black, or stone. Was there any green or black on it?
Yeah, there's green on it, isn't there? All writing at front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stephen's got one there then. James says stone, smooth, star. Would you get the one for the smooth?
Go on then.
Okay. Who are we up to now? Elizabeth,
Yeah.
innit?
Oh, is it?
Elizabeth said brown, metal, stone. So it has definitely got it with the metal. Was there a lot of brown on that book?
Is there a lot of brown at book? No.
Okay, so it's got one then.
No, not really.
Okay. Andy says bone, black, hair or fur. I don't think there's any of them.
Definitely not. No.
He's having his werewolf fantasy there, I think.
He is. He is.
And Tara's having her fantasy in the next one. Grey, hard and roundish.
I'm gonna guitar a one for roundish for clover
Yeah,
because a lot of people are picking up on the clover. I think more than anything.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think I saw it as a star rather than a.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Let me go back up because that's just slid down. Who did we get to? Was that?
I think we're on to Tracy B.
I gotta find Tracy B. I think I've gone. Right, hang on. Was that feather, blue, and green? Yeah, feather, blue, and green.
So she's got green.
Mhm. Ready for that one? Now, Claire's another interesting one. Metal chain and shiny. I'd say she's got all
Yeah,
three there.
yeah, definitely. Right, I think
Right,
that's everybody.
that's that one on that one. Okay, I'm going to put the line for the next one.
Oh, I know what this next one is. Right, brilliant.
You ready?
We're ready.
Okay. Well, this is weird, Andy, because all that keeps popping in my head is the word mushroom, and I really don't think that's anything appropriate. But I'm just going to put mushroom because that's the only thing that's popping in my head. What? Why the hell is saying mushroom? I doing that now. So I've only got a single guess, which is mushroom. Right, we got Joanne saying coin, copper, bone. Maureen says crystal white material. I saw it as a medallion in the box and not a clover. That's what I saw it as, Elizabeth. It was more as a medallion when I said store. Brendan says photo wood glass. Gnarly, splinter, brown off Dorothy. Louise says blue glass and the letter A. That's interesting. That's very specific. Um, Joanne B says coin, copper, bone. Andy's gone with plain stone and oval. It's all right. What for your last one, Nikki? Where was he? Did we miss Nikki's on the last one?
Let me go up and have a look.
I can't see Nikki's on there.
Oh no, I can't. Oh, blue sharp metal. Yeah. So Nikki got metal.
Sorry, Nikki. I must have missed you on that one. Paper blue feather, red white plastic, bone marble silver, letter. Leaky saying letter.
Here's the Wikipedia article on NATO phonetic alphabet.
What the hell are you on about?
NATO phonetic
Alexa,
alphabet
shut up.
is the most.
Did you hear her?
I did.
Did you hear what she's starting to talk about?
Yeah.
The NATO phonetic alphabet. You stupid.
Taking a guess at what's inside the box.
Yeah.
Don't leave her out, you know.
Right, I'm closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She starts telling me about the Wikipedia entry for the NATO phonetic alphabet, like I'm interested in that. For God's sake. Right.
Nah, there were a couple of very, very interesting answers.
Okay. We will start.
So
Go
this,
on.
right, is something funny
Mm.
that represents something that happened to me and Becky over there.
Not the cows. It's a cow.
It's a little white cow. I thought it were quite fitting. So
I,
yeah,
I, I had it happen to me as a kid, and they chased us up a
Did you?
tree. Yeah, and we stuck up there half the pissing morning. And they honestly they wrecked my mate's dad's Land Rover, and they just
Wow.
milling round it and pulling things off it. They're horrible cows when they
Yeah.
when they go into their herd mentality. Them lethal. Okie dokie then. We'll start from the top then. So Brendan said photo, wood, or glass.
Uh-uh.
Uh-uh. I said mushroom, so I was totally off. I don't know why, but all that kept coming through my head was mushrooms, so that was
Brilliant.
definitely wrong. Oh, and now it's just gone scroll all the way to the pissing bottom again. Hang on. Let me just check I don't miss anybody. Only a couple of inches, James. Hello, James. Right, Maureen says crystal white material. So she's got white.
She got white, for sure.
There's my mushroom. Um, it's alright, what's going on? I'm going to have to get me a new mouse because my scroll wheel's going on my mouse. Joanne B, have I missed anybody in between? I don't think I have. Says coin, copper or bone. So that was 0, wasn't it?
Yep.
Andy K says plain, stone or oval. So that was as well. This one I thought was really interesting, off Louise M. Blue glass and the letter A. You know, I thought that letter A was particularly specific.
Yeah.
Dorothy said gnarly, splinter or brown. Was the cow brown or was it black and white?
It's black and white.
Okay. Mav says green, blue, frog. So got the fact it was an animal, but got the wrong animal.
Yeah.
Jamie's got it quite well actually. Soft, natural, and edible. It's all three of them. She's got it right there. So how many points you giving her for that?
I can't really, because that actual thing in edible, is
Yeah,
it?
it's plastic. Right. Through the veil says see a little tad of blue, not unless it's in the slaughterhouse and dying of oxygen deprivation. Jane, wood, shells, string. No.
No.
James said earth, plant, brown. No.
No.
Claire said crystal, round, glass. No.
Nope.
Selena said bristle, pearl, swing.
Nope.
Nope. Stephen said bone, marble, silver.
Nope. But this next one's interesting.
Ain't it just? Tracy says
Yeah.
red, white, and plastic.
Definitely got 2 there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very good.
Elizabeth says paper, blue, feather.
Nope.
And then that's it, I think, because it looks like Nikki knew.
Got it.
Yeah, I think Nikki retracted hers. Sam says I haven't a good history with cows. No, you ain't, Sam. Especially when they're inside a house. You're right there, Sam. Okay, was that the
Right,
second
are we
one
ready
or the third one?
That was the third.
Okay, here we go on to number
So
4 then. Let me just do my lines. Okay, and I'm going to go wood, beads, and something to do with wands. Wood, beads, and wands is what I'm saying.
Okie dokie.
Totally fucking wrong, so nobody else put it. The lung white what, Nicole? Blue, red jewels off Maureen. Tara says, unfortunately, I have to go to. You look after yourself, Tara, and you know, I won't say have a nice time at work because nobody really has a nice time at work, regardless of how much they like it. So you have a good night, and we'll speak to you soon.
Good night, Tara.
Night, Tara. Brendan says cloth, white, and wood. Dorothy says heavy, smooth, but cold. Through the veil says I see in the edge of white with blue. Okay. Andy K says talisman made of wood. That's interesting. Alana says cards. Joanne B says bell, twig, and bird. Okay. Um, Elizabeth says food, jewellery, and green. I don't really eat my jewellery. Elizabeth. Mav says bike black and mouse. Jesus Christ, what you think's in there, Mav? Jamie says wood, smooth, roundish. Stephen says green, brown, stones. Louise says glass, gold, earth. Claire says apple, bright, hard. Of course, you can join in, Guy. So if we're doing it for a laugh. Tracy B says gnome, blue, fish. Tracy's been on the mushrooms. James says eating square, dark. Andy K, of course you can go. Shiny blue metal off Nikki. Seeing an edge of yellow. Grey, stone, smooth off Jane. And wood, white, metal off Gay. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go, Andy. Sealed off.
Again, there's some very interesting responses here.
Go on then.
This be a brass pixie.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, in like gold colour.
Yeah. Right. Let's go back up then to the bit then. Right. So I put gold, brassy, pixie.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, you did.
Maureen put blue, red, jewels. You can't see his jewels, Maureen, unless you've got really good eyesight. Brendan said cloth, white, wood. Now this is interesting off Dorothy because Dorothy, I think has got all three here.
All three.
Heavy, smooth, and cold.
Yep. Definitely.
Quite impressed with that one, Dorothy. Must have been communing with the dolphins at just the right frequency at that point. Through the Veil says, I seen an edge of white with blue. Nope, it was definitely gold. Andy says talisman or wood. Now it is technically a talisman, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah.
So Andy gets his one for his talisman. Alana was as close as I was by saying cards. I said wands. Joanne B says bell, twig, and bird. Not really any of them three, is he?
Nope.
Elizabeth said food, jewellery, green. He ain't gone green, has he?
Yeah, no.
Maverick says bike, black, and mouse. No. Jamie says wood, smooth, and roundish. So she gets one for the smooth.
Yep.
Stephen says grass, brown, and stones. Now, see, I'd give it in for the brown because the brassy colour could be mistaken for brown.
Yeah.
Here's another interesting one off Louise. Glass, gold, and earth.
Definitely got gold.
Claire was getting excited over something and said apple, bright, and hard. See, now I'd give her the 2 for the bright and the hard off that because of the reflective. When you held it up,
Okay.
it was very reflective, and obviously it's solid metal, isn't it?
Yep.
Tracy B again, gnome, blue, and fish. Now, to a lot of people, that would look like a gnome.
Yes, it would. It would.
Right. James said eating, square, and dark. I don't think he was doing any of them. Nikki got very close as well. Shiny blue and metal. Nikki got 2. And then Through the Veil said seen an edge of yellow, which I suppose it is with the brassy.
Yeah.
What's it? Pieces, tubes, colours off Selena. Okay, we'll do number 5 then. Yeah, Claire was seeing the apple of temptation combined with something odd. I don't know what Claire's watching at home. Okie dokie then. We'll go on to is this 5? This is number 5, isn't it?
This is number 5, yeah.
This is number 5 in Andy's trunks. Get your hands in Andy's trunks and try and work out what it is. Get your mind in there as deep as possible. Okay, I'm going to say something material, but I'm getting the colours red and white, possibly stripes, but I'll just put red and white. And by material, I mean like cloth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
Nothing like a nice piece of brass. There ain't until you got to clean the bloody thing. Nothing, Brett, you're just due to. I'm no good to you at the moment, Claire. I'd die on you. Sorry. Long before it got to the interesting bits. Right, James says cloth, beads, and string. See, it's funny because I got the thing of cloth, and I got red and white really distinct as well. I'll tell you what it made me think of, Andy. You know, like a circus top with the red
Oh
and white.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
what came into my head.
Right.
Selena, hang on. Jamie says green nature trees. Selena says mirror round hologram. That's interesting, Selena.
It is.
Stephen said statue, brass, white. That was last time, Stephen. Dorothy says multifaceted, rainbow, and glass. Okay. Claire seems to think you got a lot of strange crying faces in the box. Gay says cloth, white, and gnome. Maverick seems to think it's something blue, moon, and a cow. Through the Veil says really dark but little of white, must be a dark object. Okay. Tracy B says charm, cord, and red. Brendan's just getting his bell. Okay. Nikki Nikki says orange material dark. Claire says lines material. See, Claire's got exactly what I got. Lines material and colour. It was stripes I got, but I got the red and white and the cloth. Um, Andy K says ball, marble, glass, as in bright. Yeah, that was exactly what I got, Claire. We're probably both wrong, but that was what I got. Elizabeth said shiny green glass. Joanne B says candle red silk. Louise M says tree words white. Okay, I'm going to count it down now then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So what is in box number 5, Andy?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It is a little grey alien.
Oh wow. Well, I got that.
Very
I got that. I got that totally wrong again.
very reflective, shiny, and some people were saying that.
Yeah. I got. I, I,
You
I
can,
I got that totally wrong.
you can see your reflection in it. It's very, very shiny.
Yep.
And you go backs.
Okay. I said material red and white. There's none of them on it, is there?
Nope.
Nope. Maureen says wood red and black. Nothing for Maureen.
Nope.
James said cloth, beads, and string.
Nope.
Jamie said green, nature, and trees.
Nope.
Selena said mirror round and hologram.
Interesting. I'll give you 2 for that.
Mm-hmm.
Or Selena learnt it.
Yep.
Where's she gone? Oh, she's there. Yep.
And I laughed at Stephen and he got it fucking right. Statue, brass and white.
Steven. Yep.
Dorothy said multifaceted, rainbow and glass. Now that was quite interesting because it was quite glittery.
Yeah, it's really reflective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was Dorothy, weren't
Yeah,
it?
that was Dorothy.
Yep.
Maureen said wood, red and black, but I think I've repeated what Maureen said. Um, Gay said cloth, white and gnome. It was an alien, not a gnome.
No.
Mavericks Maverick said blue moon and a cow. Even though
Have
they
you?
even though they abduct them and they might come from there, not quite close enough.
He's got blue eyes though.
Well, I'll give him the blue then. If there's
Yeah.
if there's blue on it, you know, that is noticeable, then you give it him for that. Right. Through the veil, put really dark but little of white. Must be a dark object. Not really, he was quite bright and glittery, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Tracy B said charm, cord, and red. Brendan said belly's all I'm getting. Whatever floats your boat, Brendan. Hang on, let me get my phone because my phone's screaming. Oh! Shit, sorry. Sorry, that was me. Fucking. Oh, that was my angio arm. I shouldn't have done that. Sorry. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I feel sick now. Andy K said, have I missed anybody? Claire said, I have Nikki. Nikki said, orange material dark. Anything off that one?
No.
No. Mystique said, lines material colour. She was as wrong as I was. But interesting, we both got exactly the same three things. Andy said, ball, marble, glass. Now, it had got glass eyes, hadn't it?
Yeah, and Eddie's quite like a ball,
Yeah,
isn't it? You
yeah,
know.
yeah,
So I'll give him 2 for that.
yeah. And Elizabeth said, shiny green and glass.
2. Okay.
And then Joanne said, candle red and silk. And Louise said, trees, woods, and white.
That's it.
Yeah, it was the arm they did with the angio in Selena, and it's still a little bit iffy at the moment, so I've just got to. I twisted it funny as I leant on it. But yeah, I'm okay. Okay, we're on to the last one now then. Box number 6.
And this is Becky's special for you all.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm getting a dream catcher image, so I'm putting twigs, string, and feathers. Because that's what I'm getting is dream catcher. I'm an armchair psychic. I ain't even an armchair psychic. I'm shit at it. Brendan says stones, crystal, string. Funnily enough, I said string as well. I said twig, string, and feathers. Maureen says shamrock, green, and flag. Interesting. Dorothy says intricate jewellery stones. Joanne says ball, leaf, and tea. I was trying not to think of Becky's tea, and now Joanne mentions it. I was deliberately when you said it was Becky's special one. I'm thinking don't say tea, and now Joanne puts tea. Jane puts crystal blue and white. Through the veil thinks it's an owl. Louise says it's pink, rabbit, and ground. Must have the batteries took out of it then. Alana says, I'm going to say, oh shit. I'm going to say cloth altar and purple. Okay. Stephen says glass, bone, and red. You're all getting disgusting on this one. Gay says shell, stick, and string. Really, Claire? Brown, dangly, and rough. Andy, Andy, Andy says Andy's sock and cheesy bits. Ugh, thanks, Andy. Tracy B says yellow, smooth, and brown. Okay. Selena says crispy leaves and green. Elizabeth says soft, white, jewel art. Okay. Um, James says food, tin, square. Maverick says wood, spider web, jolt. See, I thought of a Dreamcatcher, Mav. That's why I put string. That was what I got off. It was like the Dreamcatcher web. Jamie says herbal, earthy, tasty. Okay, I'm going to count this down. I really hope it ain't what Claire was guessing. Brown, dangly, and rough. Right, 5, 4. If you open this now and it's one of Cujo's turds, I'm going to throw up. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, dear.
Go on then, Andy.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
There were a really good guess in there.
Go on then.
There were a really good guess. Right, I'm going to turn it that way
Mm-hmm.
for reveal.
Go on. Ooh, it's a troll doll.
There you go.
Oh, it's one of them fucking horrible troll dolls.
We had to get you with some sort of doll, didn't we? And that's close as we've got.
Ooh, I hate them things.
So
Could have
there you
could
go.
have been worse. It could have been Sam's Robert
It
coming
could have
out the
been, yeah.
box. Right. Let's start off then. Brendan said Stone's
Go back.
crystal string. So nothing there, was that?
No.
I said twig string feathers, so I got it all totally frigging wrong again.
Again.
Let me scroll down a bit. Maureen said shamrock, green, and flag. No. Dorothy said intricate jewellery and stones. There is nothing intricate about a troll doll. Joanne said ball, leaf, and tree. I get the impression it was a female troll doll, so you got that one wrong, Joanne. Um, Jane says crystal, blue, and white. Nothing like that on that troll doll, was there?
No.
Through the Veil said owl. If I see an owl like that, it would be shot. Louise says pink, rabbit, ground. No, it was an ugly troll doll with yellow hair. Alana says, I'm going to say cloth, altar, purple. Agreed, Alana, it should be burnt and sacrificed. Oh, come on, scroll down. Oh, scroll down too far now. Oh, where's it gone? Hang on, let me go back up. Who did I get to then? Was it
Alter-
Alana? Was it
Yeah.
Alana?
Yeah.
I've got to find Alana again now. Cloth, altar, purple. Okay. I really need to get me a new bloody what's it. Stephen, glass, bone and red. No. Gay, shell, stick and string.
Nope.
Claire, brown, dangly and rough. Yeah, that was the troll doll. That is definitely that is definitely describing the troll doll. Brown, dangly and rough. Andy K says Andy's sock with cheesy bits. Okay. Now this one's interesting.
It
Tracy
is, isn't
B.
it?
All three. Yellow,
Mm.
smooth and brown. It's got brown
Yep.
skin, yellow hair and it's smooth, plasticky, horrible thing.
Yep.
Selena said crispy, leaves and green. None of them was that.
No.
Elizabeth said white, soft and jewel art. None of them. James says food, tin and square. No. Maverick said wood, spider web and Joel, whoever Joel is. Jamie said herbal, earthy and tasty. Now I would give a one for earthy because trolls are representative of the earth, aren't they?
Very true. Very true.
And that's it. So do you want to add those up then, and then we'll find out who won the round, and then we'll find out
Yep.
who is this month's psychic champion? And I can tell you, it's certainly not me.
Right. So of that round, Tracy B got a whopping 8.
Right.
That's
8.
massive. 8 points, yeah. And then we got Dorothy at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, 6. And Claire Mystique at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I'm gonna tally them all up.
Okay.
So just give me 2 minutes.
Dun 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 dun. I also had a lick a troll doll. I'd also lick a troll doll, you twisted Jamie. Anybody who'd want to lick a troll doll is just twisted. I thought they'd all gone out with the 80s, obviously not. Ugly things. So has anybody been doing anything interesting this week? Sunday we'll probably be doing a bit of card reading, but obviously I ain't going to be able to do it like I normally do it because after a couple of readings I'm probably going to have had enough. This tonight has been a lot easier for me to do. It's been a lot less stress. You can have my ex-girlfriend, Jamie. She fit the troll description, but the doll maybe Chucky lol. So yeah, we will do a few, but we'll do some other bits and pieces as well, just to make it easier on me, more so than anybody else. Um, Thank you everybody for the donations tonight. They really are appreciated, and they will be spent on stuff for the channel. I'll probably, when it finally comes through at some point, buy a new bloody mouse because my mouse is knackered and I'm having trouble scrolling up and down the chat. So that'll cover that and some of my internet for next month, which is brilliant. So that means the channel will be able to go for another month. Thank you all for the health wishes and wishing me well over the last week. I ain't, even though I'm sitting here laughing and joking, I am far from out of the woods yet. This is just a temporary respite for 6 weeks. I've got to go back in 6 weeks' time to Sheffield itself, the main coronary thing, because they do think there's been quite a bit of damage done to my heart. So until I've gone and they've done even further more scans and stuff, I ain't gonna know. So, but there is definite damage. I'd gone off the scale with the blood results, so that's why they know it's bad. But I can get down the street as far as the end of the street now before it really starts to hurt. But apart from that, I'm still breathing and I'm still here, and I do appreciate all the best wishes and stuff. Right, Andy, have we got to what's it?
We have, right. So I want to declare Mystique a
Yeah.
special mention
Okay.
because she come in very late, but she got 8 points,
Not bad.
which were really good.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got Elizabeth, Dorothy, and Stephen in third place at 9 points.
Mhm.
We've got in second place at 10 points Andy K.
Right.
And then in first place at 12 points, we've
Yeah.
got Tracy B.
So this week this month we've got a new psychic champion. It is Tracy B. Tracy, as soon as YouTube decide to turn on the point system again, I will bang you 10,000 points on the paranormal points onto the thing. Who did you say was second? Andy.
Andy K.
Andy, you'll get 5,000. And who was third?
Third was Elizabeth, Dorothy, and Stephen in 9 points.
Okay, and you three will all get 1,000 each. So that's 1,000 to Tracy, 5,000 to Andy, and 1,000 to Elizabeth, Dorothy, and Stephen. But obviously, until they decide to turn all the chat back on, you can't get them on there and have them done. Are you going to pop some champagne or something? Look like you were about to pop some champagne then.
What, me? No, I'm
Yeah?
telling me. You think,
You gonna bang me too, Brett? Andy, I'm in no condition to bang anybody. Vin Diesel could walk through the door at the moment and I'd be totally no good. Useless. Honestly. I'd just keel over. But I've got to build up gradually, obviously, because they said I've got to do like 30 minutes walking a day, but I can split it over 10 minutes and stuff if I want to, 3 times a day. But it is quite painful at the moment. I've
in all
literally.
honesty, though, Brett, them beta blockers that you're on, when they
Mhm.
first put me on, I couldn't walk more than, what, 10 metre.
Yeah.
I
On it.
couldn't, I couldn't do it. My legs were like jelly.
Yeah.
But
Honestly,
it
Andy,
sort of,
I cannot
it
get to the end
calms
of the
down.
street
Yeah.
before
My
I've got.
mind sort of calmed down after
Yeah.
about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. I'll get to the end of the
Getting used to
street
that.
and then I'm like doubled over because I've got the pain right across my chest, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
I have got the GKN spray, which you stick under your tongue. But you got to be careful with it because apparently it's very closely related to TNT, I believe. And if it was in my pocket earlier on and it was getting hotter and hotter, and I thought I'd best take it out and stick it back on the table. But I literally have to have that with me now, even if I just go to the toilet. I have to take that spray with me everywhere, just in case I have another one, because it can be the difference between stopping it and it killing me, sort of thing.
Yep.
So, But there you go. Brett, you can't give me points as you can't find me on there. I can find you. I can find you on the actual website, Elizabeth. It's just I can't do it through the chat for you. So I can put it. I can put yours on through the website. It's got your name on the website. Yeah, that's it. GTN. What did I say? That was it, Elizabeth. GTN. It's basically TNT, nitroglycerin, is what I'm spraying on the bottom of my tongue. Up until this point, luckily, I ain't had to use any, but I'm on beta blockers and things to open your veins and things to flush your veins and things to stop the plates from being sticky and, so your blood slides over each other better, and then aspirin to thin it, and all, you name it, Andy, I've got it.
It's just all a bit disgusting.
Yeah. And then they give me a box of paracetamol just in case I got any pain. I thought after taking all this lot, are you gonna want any paracetamol? Thanks.
No, no.
Small steps, love. You're coming on well. I am a learner. I honestly didn't feel like I'd had an heart attack. To be honest with you, it felt like there was none of the clutching my heart and falling over it. I did have to sit down in the street, which I did feel a little bit of a pillock sitting in the middle of the pavement with people walking round me, and people did walk past and ignore me. Um, but I just sat there in the middle, and it felt literally like a hot sweat with a panic attack. It was only after that wore off that I suddenly realised my left arm had stopped working, so to speak, and I'd got this stitch pain. But it is what it is, and I'll just move onwards and upwards. Basically, it's had its positives. I've totally changed my eating habits in the space of a week, and I've packed up smoking as well. I haven't touched a cigarette since last Saturday, so I can just sit here and watch Andy suck on that inhaler and hope he chokes on it. But there you go.
This won't done out to you.
I've got to be honest. I was saying to Andy Kay earlier. I wouldn't want to do inhalers anyway, Andy, or
No?
patches or anything like that, because I know what I'm like with smoking. To me, they would just be a replacement. And
Mm.
the second I ran out of either patches or say I couldn't get a bottle of the stuff to put in the inhaler, I'd go straight
Mm.
out and get me some cigarettes from down the road because that was easier. That's why I'd rather
Right.
go total cold turkey. So I've got it out my system rather than just swapped it for someone else. Because I know I'd just drop straight back onto the cigarettes if I did it that way. But I've been quite, I was a bit worried about Jason because, you know, I ain't the most, as you know, Andy, I ain't the most patient of people where Jason's concerned, and he does do a lot for me. And me being off cigarettes with no nicotine in the system could have been a deadly combination for me, and luckily it hasn't. So I am grateful for that, and he has literally done everything in this house while I was in the hospital. Absolutely everything. Yeah, people walk past me, James. They literally walk round me in the street while I was sitting propped up against this person's wall, trying to cool down and stop heaving. And they just walk round me. But honestly, Jackie, it's been great. I've just stopped. Like I say, today's been a little bit difficult. Most of the day on and off, I've been having urges and cravings, but if you ignore them, within minutes they've gone. But I've eaten like a pig today, Andy.
Yeah.
It's got to stop. Literally, I have eaten like a pig. From 3 o'clock until when Jace went, I was literally stuffing my face constantly. Luckily, it was only like salads and grapes and yogurt and stuff
Mm.
like that, but it's still stuff it's still too much. But yeah, 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 they left me there sitting against the wall. It took me literally 3 attempts to get home when it happened, Andy, because I got to the top of the street, and then I thought, well, I've only got to get down, and I knew, I thought, if I've got to walk much farther, I'm going to pass out.
Mm.
And I managed to get about 20 feet down the street, and then I sat in the curb again and started throwing up. Then I stood up again, and I managed to get another 20 feet, and then I sat down again. And then finally got to the house, got in, went upstairs, just lay down on the bed, and Jay started ringing me, asking me what I wanted for tea. Totally lost my rag at him, because, I thought I was dying at this point, and he'd only rang me like 10 minutes before it had happened. And I'm like, what do you want? You've only just been on the phone to me. I hear very well. I'm trying to be sick here. And I just couldn't, and I just could not get comfortable. And I'll lay on I'll lay on the bed. All as Jace will tell you, Jace came. I went to bed. He didn't see me all night. So I just went to bed, and I couldn't get to sleep. I was awake all night, and I didn't even go to the hospital the day it happened. I went the following day because I
Because
got
our Facebook called you the day it happened,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
'Cause it what?
yeah,
Wasn't it Sunday live night?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I sat there and I thought, no, it was Friday. It
Oh,
happened
wait, Friday.
Friday
Yeah.
night, and I went into hospital on the Saturday. But I got up on the Saturday morning, and when I first got up, I felt fine. I still felt a little bit queasy, a bit sicky, but that stitchy pain in my chest here, and that all that numbness in my arm had gone. But it's mainly here with your arm where I get it is in my shoulder here, and that had all gone for about an hour. And then all of a sudden it all came back, and I thought I'm gonna ring 111 and just see if they say to me, get in touch with the doctor and get him to check your blood pressure. So she starts asking me these questions on the phone, and I'm rattling them off quite happily, thinking, Jace will be, I'll tell Jace in a minute I've found him and what I've got to do. And then she went, um, okay, the ambulance will be there in 5 minutes. And I was like, what? There was no, do you want an ambulance? It was there's an ambulance coming, sort of thing. So that they got here, they gave me that spray to start off with. They did an ECG in the well, they did two in the house. Luckily, they were just under um, the level that would have meant I would have gone straight to Sheffield Coronary to intensive care. It was just under, so they took me to Rotherham first instead. But as soon as they pulled off, they put the sirens and the lights on. So my entire neighbours all the way down the street knew I was leaving because I literally went down the street with lights and sirens going, and they turned them off when we finally pulled up at the hospital. So that was a bit fucking embarrassing. But yeah, I'm back now. But I was in there 5 days. But it's just the start of it at the moment. A lot of big changes to come, but I'll deal with them. Yeah, it's disgusting that people can ignore someone in pain or sick on the ground. The same thing happened to my dad when he collapsed in the gutter with a mini stroke. People treated it. I think that's what they thought with me, Gay, because I was bent over retching. I think that's what they thought I was. I was either a drug addict or a drunk. No, I weren't worried at all, Selena, because I didn't realise I'd had an heart attack. I honestly didn't, because to me an heart attack is clutching your chest and gagging in the middle, while you're on the floor writhing in pain, and that wasn't what happened with me. It was literally like a massive. Have you ever had a panic attack, Andy?
No.
Or an anxiety attack where you suddenly go really, really hot and you just cannot.
No, not really.
Well, it was like that. It was like a massive, massive panic attack. But I wouldn't want to repeat it anytime soon. Put it that way. But it was only after all that was over that I actually got the pain in my chest and my arm. But I'm okay now. Like I say, I'm getting plenty of sleep, and all my eating habits are changing. I said to Andy earlier, it's quite ironic that we were joking for the last week about Andy having to be stuck on chicken because of his heart problems, and then I'm the one who has the heart attack. Is I think we just linked too much there, Andy. I think I must have tapped into some of what you'd got. I've had those. My daughters do as well. Yeah, well, just keep an eye on them, Chrissy, because believe me, what you maybe think is a panic attack is always best getting checked out, because that was the mistake I made. I left it 24 hours thinking that's what it was, and it turned out it wasn't. Yeah, yeah. But it was the arm thing for me, Selena. My arm had gone totally numb. That was the big alarm bells for me. Andy says mine was like someone standing on my chest wearing a stiletto. Was the paramedic who asked me how I felt, and I said why. He said you're having a heart attack right now. Yeah. Apparently, Andy, it affects everybody differently. Like I'd say, I was lucky. I was spared the blinding pain. I got the uncomfortable pain instead, rather than the what's it. There you go. Claire can only have chicken. We're a right bunch of elf rejects, same way if you think about it. Claire's the same. Look, she can only have chicken and veg with her elf. But yeah, I ain't too bad. Like I say, it's knocked me. It's really come home today how bad it's actually made me because I up until I went out today, I just thought, oh, I've had this bit of chest pain and now they give me tablets and I'm going to be okay. But literally, when I walked 20 feet up the road and I thought I can't get any further, that was when I thought, Jesus Christ, this has been major.
Hmm.
But it's been a bit of a wake up call, but one I needed, I think. Definitely one I needed. I'll just laugh it off. I will just laugh it off. It's like I've said to I've given Andy my word. I've got to give it to Sam as well. Because
Yeah.
just in case I do die before this 6 weeks is up, Andy knows what words I'm going to give to him through the spirit box. Selena says I wake up in the mornings and my arm feels as if it's not my limb. That's because it isn't, Selena. One daughter turns red all the way up her chest and her face, the more agitated she gets. I've had the feeling of a mule kick in the chest after I've been really upset. Yeah. See, I was lucky, Chrissy. I was spared all that. That is one of the more classic symptoms of an heart attack. Is that that really stabbing pain? I was spared that. Sam, do you want to come in on the chat? Because if you do, we can I can pull you in and we can switch on to the other screen. Just let me know. And they're all swear words, eh, Brett? I it's been a funny experience. I will I can't say it ain't. It has most definitely been a funny, and I suppose it was for you, Andy, when all your lot started to go from
Yeah.
being totally normal to go to this sort of thing.
Well, with that thing of mine, it's been going on 11 year. I had
Yeah.
it for 7 year. Just coped with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But problem is with mine, it won't induce an heart attack. It induces cardiac arrest, which is the big flattener.
Yeah.
That's why I've got to be careful with mine. If I don't, 'cause they can last up to 6 hours attacks.
Yeah.
But with heart rate, it's 10 beats a minute off a full cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
So I've got to be really bloody careful.
Well, you have anyway because of the way it affects you anyway, and especially with the way it's been going at the moment with your beef and it, living on your chicken and stuff.
I mean, a lot of mine's positional as well, which you won't believe how much it restricts you. So, just turning my head
Yeah.
to right and holding it there, or
And
putting my
and
chest.
and Andy, I will believe that because with my
Yeah,
arm now,
yeah.
the difference between me getting uncomfortable in bed can be the matter of a centimetre. And I know that sounds
It's weird,
stupid.
isn't it?
I know it sounds stupid, but that
It
is
don't at all.
that is actually the truth.
Yeah.
That is actually the
Just
truth.
restrictions that you've got that you won't
Yeah,
think about is
yeah.
bizarre.
I have sent you a thing to add you into the call, Sam. Uh, it should be ringing now, I presume. If not, I'll try it again in a minute. But yeah, it's really strange, Andy, because I literally it can be the matter of a centimetre between me
Yep.
getting really comfortable and me not being able to sleep. Jace
Yep.
will tell you I couldn't sleep at all last night. I was awake nearly all night long. I think we all do, Claire. I think we all hide things up to a point. You know, there's no doubt about that. I am trying to add her into this call, Andy, but are you ring? She can't find her phone. Keep looking for it, Sam. But I think everybody does, Claire. And do you know what I are you here
Nope.
still, Andy?
I'm still here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sam here. I honestly believe that I had one of these about 30 years ago. Hi, Sam.
It's
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hang on, we'll switch onto the other screen now because what I've experienced. Why does it always make me disappear? Oh, don't matter. That people can. I'll sort that bit in a minute. What I experienced last week, I actually experienced when I was about 23, 24. Exactly the same thing. And yeah, this is what I find really funny about it. This is what I find really really odd. I honestly believe, Andy, that I actually had this happen before when I was in my early 20s. I really do. Hang on, let's see if that. So why isn't that showing me on there? There's Sam. Where have you gone, Andy?
I don't know.
Hang on,
Yeah. Bottom left-hand corner in a tiny little box.
is he?
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, I'll grab you in a sec, Andy.
Okay, okay.
You two carry on talking while I try and sort us all out.
Oh, thanks very much, Andy, for the little gnome.
Brilliant.
That actually, when I opened up the box with the picture in it, I was in Rachel's house, and Rachel says, "Oh, there's a gnome stuck on the back of the picture," and I says, "Fuck off." And then next thing I seen the little gnome, and you know something, there's little things like that means a lot, you know.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad you like it.
You know, it's a personal thing, and that. Thanks very much. That really sort of made my day, you know. So he's up on the shelf with my little pixie.
Brilliant.
You know, that's the little man there with a big bum. You know.
Well, I have absolutely no idea why it's not showing me. Can you hear me? Can everybody still hear me?
I can hear you alright, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just make sure as long as everybody else can hear me. I don't know why it keeps cutting. I'm gonna have to sort this out at some point and set a new screen thing up to get it all sorted. I'm gonna have to squash you down a bit, Andy, because you've gone huge all of a sudden.
Okay, okay.
But you two just talk amongst yourselves at the moment while I sort us all out.
Did you like his little message up back at Picture Sam?
Yeah, oh, brilliant. Yeah, I had a good laugh at that actually. Yeah.
Did you mention hobgoblins or something?
I did.
What did you put?
I can't remember, but I know hobgoblins were
I
involved.
think it was from your two favourite hobgoblins, Andy and Becky.
Yeah. Because I asked him to sign the picture, you know.
Yeah.
You know, brilliant. Thanks very much. You know.
No worries.
You know, yeah, not much happening here. There's more and more cars on the road. I can see that.
Yeah, that's happening here as well. There's been a lot more increase in traffic.
Yeah. You know,
We've been having that for days here.
yeah.
Absolute days. It's been an absolute nightmare with people coming here and you know, just up and down the street like they own it, sort of thing. Oh, I give up. I give up with keep stretching. They're just gonna have to put up with me being there like that.
Welcome back, Brett.
Thank you.
You know, it was a bit of a shock because we do message each other every day for hours and hours.
Yeah. It was just a sudden, Sam.
Well,
You know,
that day, yeah, that day, 10 was the last message.
yeah.
And I messaged, and I didn't get a message back, and I said, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. And then it was coming on to the time that you normally do a live and that, and you normally put up your thumbnail and
Yeah.
everything, and maybe he's not going to bother today. And I was wondering, this is out of character kind of thing. And then next thing Andy says, has Brett been talking to you today? And that's when Brett got onto you on Facebook and then messaged me back,
Yeah. Well, literally from talking to you, and I said to you, I'm just going to go for the walk, and then I'll be back in a bit. And that was when it happened, Sam. And I literally got in the house and I crawled upstairs into bed. And I thought, I'll go and have a lie down for a few minutes, and then I'll come back. I'll be all right, and I'll come back down. And I was there until 10:30 on the night. Came back down, let the dogs out, and then crawled back up to bed, and then get out of bed until the following morning when I rang 111.
Yeah. Gee.
Yes, I was with myself. I was on my own at the time, Joanne. I'd only walked down the road, literally. My heart has been okay since my open heart surgery when I was 24 back in 1990. It wouldn't surprise me if I end up having to have something done, because they've told me there's quite a large section of my heart that is not working or doing anything at the moment. It's just there. It's not moving. It's not pumping. But they've said it's either in hibernation and then it will start itself, or it might be something more serious. And this is why I might end up having to have open heart surgery. I don't know yet. It all depends on what this section of the heart does. My left artery is 100% blocked, but my heart had grown. It had grown apparently it's grown another bundle of smaller veins that have actually bypassed the blockage.
Wow.
So my heart, if my heart hadn't have already grown that heart attack on Friday would have killed me. They've told me that I'd have been dead. I was just lucky that my heart had automatically grew its own bypass to sort the problem out up to a point.
Gee.
But like I say, not your typical heart attack. So I can't say it was horribly painful in any way, shape or form, because it wasn't. It was uncomfortable more so than horrible.
Yeah.
Alana, Brett, I know it might be too soon to ask, but since your heart attack, have you noticed an increase in activity? No, but I will tell you something that is really interesting. Just before it happened, I noticed a start of activity. Remember, Andy?
Yep.
And that is really interesting thinking about it, because I've been in this house now since end of January. We're now into May, and I've had nothing. And then in the last 2 weeks, suddenly had things happening, ramping up directly concerning me. So now it's making me wonder, was somebody trying to get something across? Because you never know. You never know. Because the house literally went from total silence to me getting stuff happening. Can you and Sam talk to yourselves a sec while I just go, because I've got to keep myself hydrated at the moment, and I'm just going to go and grab me a quick coffee and run to the loo. So I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Really enjoyed your video of the house with the garden and stuff.
Oh yeah. I don't know what to make of this massive orb thing, because that's 2 different locations in 4 months that it showed up now. So I think it might need looking into a little bit. I think I'm gonna try doing a recording it out to see if it can show up.
Yeah.
We have spirit box at hand, Problem is with that, I don't know if Becky were constantly watching LCD screen, if she'd see it. With LCDs being so small.
Yeah.
It's like we could kind of do with like a live large view just in case it shows up. And I can try and get it to interact and what have you.
Yeah, I mean, like when it's coming from people like yourselves, that is amazing, because sometimes when you have some of these entertainer paranormal groups, it's very
Yeah.
hard. It's very hard to believe them anymore because you can't trust them because their past is shrouded with different
Oh
things and
yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
and you've been constant the whole way through. So when anything happens with you, it to me it's a lot more valuable. To
Yeah.
me it's a lot more. I would be more I'm more amazed, put it that way,
Right.
because you know I trust you in that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you dealt with it in a natural kind of way. You didn't say, oh, there's spirits are following us, or you didn't jump to
Well, that's
conclusions.
it.
You
Yeah,
didn't.
that's it. I'm just going to have to look into it a bit further, like I say. But at the time, we were under the impression there was nothing.
Yeah,
We were kind of like gonna leave it at that portion of video, and I'd set outro up as look, I mean, you kind of hear me saying, sometimes you get no, and it is what it is, you know. I didn't know until reviewing like a few weeks later because I didn't even look at footage, and then I saw it all happening, and I'm like, what's going on here?
yeah.
It were a bit of a shock to me as well.
Do you know what? One or two of my cameras, if I had used or one or two of those, which are
Yeah,
the older type cameras, I wouldn't have looked into it. But you use a very very good quality, very very nice natural color camera.
yeah, yeah,
I do have a camera, and when it gets a little bit dark, it gets a little bit squarey.
yeah,
You know, and sometimes you would see that movement around in squares, but it's actually the camera struggling for light.
yeah,
But it was in the middle of the day. It's a good quality camera that you're using and stuff.
yeah.
But I was amazed at the beginning the way you done the intro with the
Oh,
photographs and
yeah.
the
Cheers.
angles and stuff. It just and it's just always such vibrant green.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
color is right. It's very very good stuff. Really
Yeah,
really.
thank you.
I need to not be lazy and start doing a little bit more editing myself because I'm a habit of just putting on the camera and just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
I,
uh,
I, I absolutely love doing them little intro things. That's my favourite part, to be fair. I there's a part of me, Sam, that always wanted to be a filmmaker. And I think with
You mean porn star?
oh, definitely. Oh dear. But I think we're a nice, big, expensive, camera.
yeah,
I reckon I could pull off some nice looking scenery, and I'd love to get a shot. I might have an opportunity because I've just like come into a little bit of a cash, so and then a brand new expensive camera might be on the horizon, which would be nice, I think.
Hmm.
yeah. I remember in 2008 when I was living across the border, and I was on an art course, and I actually had to spend a week uh, going over and back to Derry, and I was in the college, and I had to spend a week um, with one of those professional cameras
Oh yeah,
that the BBC or RTE would use.
hmm,
Out and about kind of thing. Not a
yeah,
huge one, but a pretty big one at the same time.
yeah,
And do you know something? I absolutely hated it. We had this project and we had to walk around town and find interesting things. And at the end, we had to make a 60-second film. So I had to have a beginning, middle, and end. And I absolutely hated it. This camera had so many buttons on it. I just gone, I'm looking at it and I'm going, I give up. You know, you know, going on about setting exposure and stuff like that. And I've got this little tiny Sony. I just put it on auto and away I go. But I never thought I would actually come back because I absolutely hated that week. I really did. I couldn't wait till it was finished. And the fact that I'm sort of doing it now is kind of strange, you know.
I'm always, you know, the more buttons, the better. For me, I love anything with loads of buttons on that I get to play and mess around with and experiment with. Love anything like that. The more buttons, the better.
Oh, I end up cursing and swearing.
I do love my gadgets. I gotta be honest, I do love my gadgets.
You know, I love my gadgets, all right, but I still have to get around to figuring out how my Tascam recorder works. And when you think I'd sit down and read the manual when I have so much time isolating here, like, you know.
Yeah, because you've got that feature on the Tascam, Sam, where you can actually take your voice totally off the track if it goes over the top of the spirit box, because you can set it so it records your voice onto the left track and the spirit box onto the right, or vice versa. And then all you do is lower the volume of your voice track. If you accidentally talk over somewhere on the spirit box, when you put it through Audacity or something, you just lower the volume of the left track and you can still hear everything that's said on the spirit box.
Yeah. I only know the basics of the DRO5. And now I have the little, you know, the little mini studio one. I can't remember what the name of it is now, but there's 4 different tracks on it and stuff like that. And a big massive Bible of a book inside of an instruction. I haven't touched it yet. Do you know?
See, that would be really good if you have like more than one team member with that one, because it's got 4 inputs in it. That would be good if you use like radio controlled lavalier mics and stuff, and then you just link them all to that one mixer and then join it all up.
Yeah, I mean, like the technology I have and I have bought over the last couple of years, you know, I could do an awful lot more with it. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the times I have some of that stuff looking into the future where I progress to using that bit of equipment or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Is there a piece of equipment you'd really like now, Andy? Is there something you'd really love to have now, or would like to work towards getting?
What, for investigation purposes?
Just for your channel in general.
It is mainly just cameras. I'm wanting to up my level. What I'm wanting is that cinematic feel to me image.
Yeah.
You know, me field of depth. I'm wanting that. Rather than image looking like a flat image, I want it to look semi 3D. You know, cause I do love that feel of imagery.
Yeah.
And that's main thing for me at the minute. I won't mind one of them Tascams, because that pan pipes we picked up absolutely blew me away.
Yeah. Well, they're only about 70 odd quid, Andy. Them no more expensive than, you know, a decent ended Olympus.
Right. I might have to put that on need list then.
Yeah, but you've got the ability to record on 2 separate channels at once. So the way I work it is I have a lavalier mic piped into the left channel, and I pipe the spirit box into the right channel. So when I do my editing, if I'm talking over the top of any spirit response, I audio duck the voice, and you can still hear the spirit box clearly, because you can just turn the volume down, because it hasn't recorded the voice on both channels. It just records the voice on one channel and the spirit box on the other one. So all your talking comes through the left earphone or the left speaker, and all the responses off the spirit box come out through the right one. You've seen me do it before, ain't you, Sam, on one of my videos where I've done it?
Yeah. It's pretty good actually. You know, I mean, like I have some of the smaller commonly used recorders and that. The Tascam, it's used by radio people
Yeah.
out in the streets when they're interviewing people and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
it's classed as an industry standard, the DRO5.
Yeah.
Selena says, Sammy, do you make spirit boxes for people? She's making me a REM pod.
No, I actually don't. Any messing about that I do, I sort of do it for myself. There's people out there, and I bought this and that. That cost me £128. And when I look, the technology in it is pretty good, but it's just glued inside the box.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, it's thrown together and that.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to make spurt boxes and that, I'd rather put a bit of effort into them. But I done a bit of electronics when I was younger and that, and I walked away from it for years and that, and I'm behind in it now. I wouldn't even know what to do. I used to work with electronics years ago, but a lot of the stuff now I've forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's easier to leave it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. You make them, then you, Andy, because obviously Andy and Becky have have made mine. They've made. Was it Joanne B you made it for, or Tracy?
It was Deborah.
You did one for. I thought you'd done one for Joe. Oh no, it was Rose. You did the not Rose. Cash. You did the bear for, wasn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, we can dabble with spirit boxes and that. It is very doable.
And believe me that I've watched them do a spirit box from scratch. And Andy was in pretty much the state I'm in now at the day he built my spirit box, and he sat on the floor in his living room, him and Becky, for over 5 hours building my spirit box from scratch. All I did was drill a hole in the box. It was brilliant. Obviously, I decorated it myself, but all the twiddly bits and stuff was done by Andy and Becky. Becky has got asbestos fingernails.
I want to say we even strip wires bare fingers.
Bare fingers. Yep. Honestly, Sam, the pair of them were making me cringe. I kept saying to Becky, "You've got asbestos fingernails."
Mm.
She was stripping melted plastic rubber wire with her fingers.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you those circuits that are in them, they're abatable. You just have to know where to get them,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can get variable sweep circuits and stuff like that. I just don't know I don't know what to get and where to get them. And then with the REM pod circuits, are they, I don't know where to get them either. I have an idea of what they call them on the internet. They don't necessarily call them REM circuits.
What, is it that one we use, Sam?
Eh?
Are you talking about that one we use?
Yeah.
Bears. I'll send you a link to where to get them from.
Yeah, I have an idea, but I don't want to. There's people that will take advantage of some of the information that we give out and stuff like that. I have no problem giving out information, but some people exploit that information kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you think that it would be good if it wouldn't be a bad idea if there was some way of all the people, the like-minded people who were prepared to build stuff for, a reasonable cost. And by reasonable, I don't mean, for pittance, but not stupid money. Wouldn't it be a good idea if we could try and get some of these people talking? Because I think the community really needs some people like that. It needs to get rid of we need to get rid of these online paranormal shops that are, they've got, well, it ain't even 100% markup, is it? It's 1,000% markup on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'd be an idea. We could probably set up like some sort of Facebook group for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, the drama in the paranormal spirit box builder community and paranormal online shop community, the drama that's been with them has been just as bad as the paranormal entertainment.
Hmm.
It's been just as vicious at times.
Yeah.
So,
You know, you get groups of people together. There's always going to be conflict at some level, at some point. You know, but I think if we could get a general consensus, not just spirit box people, you know, but people who are prepared to do things like build REM boxes, or build, you know, like temperature sensors, or they're good at sticking SLS cameras together. If you can get all those people talking, you know, you could probably get a decent little business going amongst everybody.
yeah,
You know, and keeping the genuine community stocked at a decent price. You know,
yeah,
because nobody objects to paying a fair price to something. Nobody.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like you get there's massive profit in there's massive profit in those type of business, and even though it's just a small market, it's just a paranormal market. Um, if the paranormal, people keep saying the paranormal community, but it's not paranormal community when they're going ripping people off and people are buying this stuff
Yeah,
because they don't know any different.
yeah.
And the reason why if I find some idea or whatever and I put it out there,
Mhm.
the reason why I do that, and I've seen results. I've seen people who says I would love to have a REM pod, but it's £160 and I'm saving and I don't have much money in that. I just says here's the solution
Yeah.
and here's the link. And there was one person that used to follow me and that, and she ended up with two of them,
Mhm.
and she said they were great.
Yeah.
Do you know? And it does the same job, and
Mhm.
she didn't have that worry of having to save for that money.
Yeah.
£160 and that.
Well,
Of course,
my REM bear that Andy built for me, Sam, is probably twice the size of of your average REM bear. Is he not, Andy?
Yeah.
You know,
If
and
not, if not three
if not
times
three times bigger,
size.
he's huge. My REM bear is huge. You know, and he's got double the features, if not more so, than what I would have paid for a bear, three times the price of him. You know,
yeah,
and that is why you need to be getting people together.
yeah. I mean, like, when I put that little idea out with the door handle alarms, I got the idea from a paranormal on store
Mhm.
thing who were charging between £60 and £80 for them, and I says I was looking through eBay and I could see the outer casing, and I says they're very familiar, and it was just a couple of days before that where Rachel had given me a door handle alarm. She says, "Could you make use of that?" And I says, "Well, if it's a touch alarm, it'd be like a REM pod." So then I went and looked, and I found out that these door handle alarms were £2.25 or something each,
Mhm.
and these people were paying or were charging £60 just to put a light on the circuit and
Yep.
change the wire to an antenna.
Mhm.
Do
But
you
if
know?
if you think about it, Sam, the original, and Andy will verify this, the original REM pod is basically just a little piece of plastic tubing in it, Andy, with a lid on top with four lights on the lid. You
Yep.
know, and they retail for 160 quid. You know how much the cost of the electronics is inside that box, Andy.
Yep.
You know, and that is where things need to be changed, because even the most cheapest of things, all you need to do is stick a paranormal label on the front of them, and the value of them can just times bar 10.
I mean, for example, I'll give you a perfect example here, right?
Mhm.
If I were to have that casing at REMPod 3D printed,
Yeah.
which I don't know how much that'd cost me, it won't be that much out of some cheap plastic.
To be honest with you, you'd probably be cheaper buying a 3D printer yourself to do it.
Yeah, but the actual every bit of internal to it,
Mhm.
a bog standard REM pod would cost you 25 quid,
Yeah.
and that's for battery pack, on button, aerial, the 4 lights, and the circuitry that makes it work.
Mhm.
So apart from the casing, 25 quid. So there you go.
So
I made my,
go on, Sam.
160 odd.
Yeah, you're probably looking at a fiver for that plastic tube if that it sits in.
I made mine into a tea caddy thing. Now I've nothing to put my tea bags in.
Mhm.
But
Andy's got his gnome. Andy built his into a gnome.
Mm.
yeah, you can build them into anything, any kid's toy or anything like that, you know.
Mhm.
But that is basically the same electronics that are in the little black alarms. I just thought I'd be a bit fancy with this one, and now I have to buy a new tea caddy
Yeah.
to put my tea bags in.
Yeah. But there needs to be some kind of central source where people can be pointed to, especially newcomers, where they can be advised on stuff like this. Because you could save somebody hundreds of pounds getting into this hobby. And for all we know, Andy, it could be that somebody who goes into a place one day and something happens and they provide the breakthrough that everybody's been looking for.
Yeah, yeah.
You
There
know,
was a guy on Facebook who was actually messaging me, and he was showing me his products and that,
I bet he
and they
was.
are. He got the electronics and the antennas and stuff, and he got a big length of black sewer pipe, right?
Mhm.
And then he bought pipe ends which
Yeah.
were red.
Yeah.
So he had the black, and you cut your pipe into little sections. You
Yeah.
put
And
your
then
electronics, and then you put your ends on each side, and then you drill your holes to put in all your little bits and stuff, and they look really really good.
mhm.
You know.
Selena says, "Wow, Sammy, put it in your biscuit tin. Save you a few pounds round the waist as well, lol."
Yeah, I need. Jeez.
Idona just bought herself another biscuit tin to put the biscuits in, Selena.
Yeah, I've been eating all sorts of crap being stuck in here. You know.
Sam, do you know when I got out of hospital, I walked in the kitchen, went to get me a cup out of the kitchen, and all the crisps and all the bounties had disappeared. It cleared the cupboards of crisps and chocolate while I was in hospital.
Gee.
That's how concerned he was, and I thought I can't sit
That's
here.
that's not concern. That's abuse.
Yeah, I thought I can't sit here now in front of Sam, after we finished streaming, eating my bounty.
Oh, that really rasped me that night for some reason.
Yeah, well,
What?
you've had your revenge now, Sam, because it nearly killed me.
Do you know what I was thinking of the cat, the way he was chewing, the way he was. It was like the Cadbury's flake ad. Only the crumbliest, flakiest chocolate. And I was sitting there, you.
You shouldn't have told me you've got no bounties left in the house.
Oh God.
So what I'm going to do now, once a month, I'm going to allow myself to be treated to like I'm going to treat myself to either a bounty or a Twix or something, because I used to like a bounty a night. So that's all gone by the by now.
Yeah. Yeah, when something like that happens to a friend and that, you start thinking yourself like, oh God, I smoke too much, I
Mhm.
eat too much crap,
Yeah.
you know. It actually, and I really, you know, since this lockdown, I've gone from smoking 20 to smoking 40 a day.
I think a lot of people have, Sam. I think a lot of people have, and I think the situation will just get worse as people start to get more, because even the most introverted people have to go out at some point, for the psychological well-being. And everybody being stuck in their houses is just it's a pressure cooker that's going to blow at some point.
Yeah, yeah, but hopefully we're soon coming out of it. Over here in Ireland, things are a little bit different than
Mhm.
in mainland UK.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we may be out of it a little bit before a year.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's coming.
Mhm.
You know, and hopefully we'll get some sort of a summer out of it. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yes, Selena, I used to have a bounty every night, and sometimes a Twix as well. And I used to take, real good pleasure out of eating them when Sam was watching me if she hadn't got any. And Andy's got the right idea, a king size galaxy. But see, that's my weakness, Andy. I've got to avoid galaxy chocolates and stuff. I've really got to keep away from it because that is going to be my Achilles heel. Is galaxy chocolate.
I want to see Andy's video. You know, and he was saying, you know, if you could touch that red bear, I'd get you some chocolate. Now it's just like the whisper mini bites, and I was going, Beck, I'd love some chocolate right now. And I really meant, you know, I put it in the chat as a joke, but I actually said, geez, would I love a whisper right now? I haven't got it.
Dear.
It is a nightmare though when he starts whisking the fucking chocolate out for the fame. You think, why are you giving it them? Oh, I want that. Have you found your smoking's gone up, Andy?
No, I've cut down.
Your vaping's gone down?
No, my vaping's gone up, my smoking's gone down.
Right.
But I am actively trying to. I mean, I'm not even having no nicotine in my vape
Yeah.
because I found it kills flavour off, you know. So I'm trying to get used to having more of that and less of cigarettes. Like,
Yeah. Jackie says peanut butter on toast is bad in lockdown. Oh, I'd be sick, Jackie, if I had to eat that. My son used to drive me mad, Andy, when he was little, about 5 or 6. No matter, you'd say to him, "What do you want to eat, Jay?" Peanut butter sandwich. And he used to, I swear to God, Andy, he used to say it because he knew it made me Eve to spread it on the bread.
really,
Swear to God, yeah. It always used to
I don't
remind
mind it.
it used to remind me of baby shit. That is what it looked like when you were spreading it on the
Oh.
bread. Peanut,
Oh,
it's disgusting. I used to Eve, honestly, Sam, I used to physically Eve spreading it on the bread.
I never have peanut butter again. Oh God.
Oh dear.
Okay, that's me,
Yeah.
Brett. I have a small box of Smarties and Crunchy or Kit Kat every night. You should stop, Gay. Honestly, you really should. Because mine was Bounties and Twixes was the worst. And God forbid if I ever got my hands on, them big pan boxes of Maltesers.
Yeah.
Because if I ever took the top off a box of Maltesers, it was not put down until the last one had gone in my mouth. I was terrible with them. Terrible with Maltesers.
I'm just nipping off for 5.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I love my galaxies. They are my favourite. I love Galaxy chocolate. I gotta be honest. I'm a big Galaxy lover. It's the one thing I'm really gonna miss. The one thing I'm really gonna miss. Well, it is, James. It's like baby crap. Peanut butter. It's disgusting.
It's like the psychological, the image of it.
Yeah.
And to me, I could eat anything except porridge because to me, it looked like warmed up puke.
Yeah. Now I can eat porridge. The other two things I can't bring myself to eat. One is tapioca, and the other is caviar, because they both look like frog spawn to me.
Yeah.
And I just look at them and I think I really cannot eat you because you look like frog spawn. I don't even want to try what you taste like. It's just that consistency of them. They look like frog spawn. He probably is. He's probably going to eat a galaxy now, Joanne. That's exactly what he's doing. Quit smokes about 8 weeks ago. Again, vaping was crazy. Through mid-March to mid-April. He even did 100 millilitres in a long day. Oh, that's somewhere else I've noticed since this happened, Sam. I keep getting like hiccup type things. I don't know if that's
Right.
normal or not. I've got to ask him. Even did the 100 millilitres in a long day. But now I'm settled to 20 to 30 millilitres a day and not feeling the need to pick up my baccy. What do you ever vape, Sam?
I do, but I tend to get hiccups with it and heartburn.
So what is considered like a normal amount to do every day in the bottle?
I don't.
Is 100 millilitres a lot? I'm presuming it is.
I have no idea because I only, I own. I bought a nice battery thing, and I bought a nice setup and that, and then, I seen that, Mark Smith to be in the middle of investigating. I need a vape, guys, and
Yeah,
I just put me off the vaping,
yeah,
that kind of way.
yeah.
Um, but it tended to give me hiccups,
Yeah.
I just don't like them
Yeah,
for some reason.
I'll keep getting them a lot over the last few days, and I don't know whether it's because the medication I'm on or whatever what it is. But honestly, today, Sam, I have turned into a complete and utter pig. Now I don't know whether it's because my body's starting to heal and it's decided it wants the fuel. But I literally started at 3 o'clock tonight, and I did not finish until Jace left at about 8:30, stuffing my face, literally.
I have a little thing about the vape. The vape inside the vape is a fine wire in a coil, right? And when the electricity goes in, it's like a filament in one of those bar heaters.
Yeah.
Would there not be a possibility that you would be inhaling particles of metal? That's
Is that how they work? They superheat
yeah,
they just superheat whatever's in the bottle and it turns into water vapor and stuff. See, because I know they say it's only water vapor, but it's not only just water vapor, is it? Because whatever gives it its flavour is not just water. It's obviously chemicals of some sort.
you can actually buy the chemicals. You can buy the chemical without any flavors, and you can buy the flavors, and you can put whatever you want into it.
Hmm.
You know. But the thing is, the way it's heated, do you know if you go really low and you take a vape and that, you can get this taste of metal?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of worried that, you're inhaling possibly fragments of metal. Don't quote me on it. I just, I don't. It's a bit iffy for me.
Yeah.
Saying something, then again, I'm smoking 40 cigarettes. you know.
But I think that's just mental stress with everybody, Sam, at the moment. With this lockdown, I think that's just because it is literally starting to get to everybody. Because I was the same, when I started on patches. I tried, the nicotine patches,
Yeah,
and they burnt me. I found out I was allergic to them, and I literally went from smoking 20 cigarettes to 40 cigarettes in a day while I was wearing the patch.
yeah,
And I think that was psychological through the patches, but I had a really, really bad allergic reaction to the patch. And when I peeled it off, it looked like I'd been lying in poison ivy or something, with
yeah,
like the blisters and burns I'd got on my arm off it.
yeah.
Castrol GTX. So this is Andy Tricast.
Gee.
All my juices are veg glycerin based. I won't use any polyglycol. See, because if you think about it, there's been no real testing with these vape machines, has there? Because they're quite a new invention. There's no long-term studies on what these vapes, what effect they're going to have on people 20 years down the line. For all we know, 20 years time, a vape could turn out to be worse than the cigarettes.
Yeah, yeah. I just, it, you just never know. You just never know.
Hmm. I suppose if Andy does it the way he does it and does it with, does his own little blends and stuff, at least he's got some control over what's going in them.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you can get. I seen Andy K. He was on stream and he showed us the bottles and stuff like that. Yeah, you can make up your own stuff. But the thing is, you get strawberry flavor, banana flavor, and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
I'm trying. The reason I bought it was I'm trying to get off the cigarettes.
Yeah.
So the last thing I want is something that I'm substituting for cigarettes that taste like sweets.
Yeah. This is the same thing for me, Sam. if
Do you
I
know?
if I was trying to get off the cigarettes, I would actually have to have a vape thing that tasted like cigarettes.
Yeah,
Because, if I'm sitting there sucking on this fucking battery powered thing and it's tasting like chocolate or strawberry, that for me is not going to be associated with smoking a cigarette.
yeah,
I need, and this is why I was saying to Andy Kay today, I've had to do what I've done, which is gone total cold turkey, because I know all I would have done otherwise was replace one thing for another. The patches would have just replaced the cigarettes until I run out of patches, and then I'd have gone back to cigarettes. Same with the vape. The vape would have just replaced the cigarettes for me until I run out of vaping stuff, and then I'd have gone back to cigarettes again until I'd got my vaping stuff. That was why I had to do it cold turkey. So I've got to go through all the nasty, horrible, you know. Well, I suppose it's withdrawal, in it. But at
yeah,
least I ain't swapping one thing for another to replace the cigarettes. Once I'm clear of the cigarettes, I then ain't got to wean myself gradually off somewhere else. Because I just wouldn't be able to do it, Sam. I'd just revert back to cigarettes. I know I would.
yeah. I mean, like, I have to get surgery in the future and stuff like that, and the doctor says, right, you have to get off cigarettes,
Hmm.
and if you are vaping, you have to be off the vaping as well. You know.
Yeah.
So I thought, vaping might be a good substitute and stuff like that. Doctor says no, you have to be off the vape as well.
Hmm.
Whether that means off vaping without nicotine or with nicotine, I don't know. But I'm not supposed to be actually having. I'm not even supposed to be having the vape either.
Yeah. See, Jamie's. See, this is another good point that Jamie's made there. My midwife suggested that I vape rather than smoke because they know enough about it to know it's not harmful so long as you go somewhere proper for it and not like a cheap one at the corner shop. See, this is the problem. There's a lot of trust concerning vapes in that because you
Yeah,
do not know where unless you're going to a very reputable e-cigarette shop. If you go to your local corner shop, you could be buying any kind of crap, and you'd be none the wiser of what you're sticking down your throat. At least with normal cigarettes, Sam, they're normally packaged, and you can see whether they're the real deal or not. I suppose
yeah,
it's a little harder with what's it. And then was it Joanne who just put there? Mine tastes like cigarettes, and there is nothing that goes in your body, just the taste in your mouth of the cigarette of your in bleh, of the cigarette. See, but
yeah,
I'd have to swallow it, because when I smoke a cigarette, you swallow the smoke, don't you? So whatever I'm vaping on, I'd swallow it like a cigarette smoke anyway, because it's just a natural reaction for me to do that.
yeah. Do you know the thing too is? Do you know the situation we're in, right?
Welcome back, Andy.
Hello.
Hello, you alright?
Yeah.
Do you know the situation we're in, and the what's happening is this thing is being transferred through droplets from your mouth and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Would vape smoke be a risk to another person now because of that?
Yeah, of course it would.
Which technically, because that's not smoke, that's actually water
Yeah,
vapor.
yeah, of course it would, because
Yeah,
the water would actually form round you know, the little crown, shall we say, and carry it like it, in the smoke, like when you blow it out. So but then again, it's the same with cigarette smoke. If you've got the normal cigarette smoke would carry it as well. But vape smoke seems to travel a lot farther, and it seems to stay. Have you noticed, Andy, how it seems to stay very concentrated and stays together for quite a way?
Oh, yeah.
Whereas normal cigarette smoke tends to break up almost immediately you blow it out. Vaping smoke seems to like stick together as quite a dense cloud for a distance,
Oh,
doesn't
it
it?
is. It is, yeah.
Selena's just brought up an interesting question there. Are you classed as a smoker if you vape to insurance companies?
that I don't know.
I don't know.
You know, because that is a really interesting thing. Because you know, say you sign up with an insurance company, and then they always say, "Are you a smoker?" Is one of the bog standard questions in it.
Yeah.
And you don't smoke cigarettes. To me, technically, you're not a smoker.
Yeah.
No.
You know, so you tick no to that. But if you're sucking on a vape every day, will they then use that as an excuse to say, "But you are a smoker"? If anything happened, and there you go. Selena says you are. Selena says you're classed as a smoker on life insurance if you vape.
Yeah, that's what the doctor seems to come across to me with in the line of future surgery and that. I can't even be vaping at the time for some time
Hmm.
before surgery and that. So the doctors seem to class that as the same thing as well, you know.
That is, as I found out now, Sam. I've been, very, very, very intensively educated on all this over the last 4 days, should I say?
Yeah.
Smoking significantly increases the chance of your arteries getting blocked
Oh yeah, big
and,
time.
and,
Yeah.
and angina and stuff. I just thought it bumped it up a little bit, but it's like 50% chance that if you smoke, you're 50% more likely to have angina. But what I will say, and in the hospital's favour, they said to me, if you don't want to give up, don't give up. We can't force you, but we would advise you to. So at least they haven't forced it down my throat to do it, because they've said they're quite they were quite open and said, if you want to get your weight under control first or whatever, do that first and then do your smoking. Or if you want to do your smoking first, do your smoking. And I said no, I'm going to do all three of them together, because that's how I'll work better. I'd rather work on
Yeah.
all three of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And like I say, I've been lucky that I was in the hospital during the worst part of the withdrawal a bit, and it didn't hit me that bad. And I know when I'm sitting here sometimes today, and I thought, oh God, I could murder a cigarette, but I know it's only going to last a few minutes, and it goes again. And I don't think about it for a while. So, but that's really surprising me, Selena, that you're still classed as a smoker, because technically all you're sucking in is water vapor, in it, with flavour in.
Yes, but some people do use nicotine in that, and the nicotine is the drug.
Hmm.
So it's hard. It's a difficult one.
It's
Well,
tar that's dangerous part, really, isn't it?
well, apparently, 70% of tar in a cigarette remains in the body.
God.
When you blow the smoke out, only 30% of whatever tar's in that cigarette comes back at you. Honestly, Sam, I've had a right education over the last week on smoking. A right education on what it does.
Yeah.
And 70% of the tar of every cigarette you smoke remains in your body. But it's amazing how quick your body will clear it once you actually stop smoking. All nicotine itself is out your body within 2 days.
2 days.
Yep. All traces of nicotine has left your body within 48 hours. It's all
Gee.
the rest that takes longer. You know, it takes something like 2 years for your lungs to fully clear, but you'll start noticing the difference within like 3 or 4 months. Major difference.
Wow.
But the nicotine itself is literally totally gone within 2 days. Your body's
Gee.
totally cleared. If I was tested now for nicotine, there would actually be no nicotine in my body,
Yeah.
which is quite nice to know. Last night after tea, I could have murdered a ciggy, and it wouldn't go away, so I got a lollipop. Not being rude, it helped. I'd have thought being rude would have helped a lot more, to be honest with you, Jackie.
Gee.
It would have certainly distracted me a lot more than a lollipop would have done.
You better wait.
Oh, James, they keep putting up my antidepressant meds and I just get restless legs. Worse and worse. And I need to get off them. See, this is the problem with antidepressants. If you have them for too long, they actually have the opposite effect, don't they, of what they should be doing? Because this is, this is the problem my son's uncle had when and it finished him off in the end because he was on antidepressants for such a long time. RLS is more often than not meals related to a guy I got when I was coming off morphine last year. See, I've been lucky in that respect. I've never been. I don't know if you ever. Have you ever been on morphine, Andy?
No,
Have
never.
you, Sam?
No, I had a morphine tablet.
Mm-hmm.
One time I hurt my back, and we were on the way. Myself and a friend were on the way to holidays and that, and I had a very strong morphine tablet from a friend of mine, and I was high as a kite by the time we got to the place where we were going on holidays and that,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me over a day to because I was just spaced out.
Yeah.
So it's pretty, pretty strong stuff. But I have pains, legs, hips and stuff like that, arms. I have an awful lot of trouble sometimes with mobility and stuff like that. I've never gone to that extent.
Mm-hmm.
And I have paracetamol and ordinary over the counter stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I try not to take them unless I really, really
Yeah.
need to.
See, this is going to sound really stupid, but I am really odd when it comes to painkillers. I don't know what you're like, Andy, but
Right.
in the past I have been given a Tremadol for
Yeah.
pain, and it did not fall to me.
Mm.
Yeah.
As soon as I took a paracetamol, I was fine. I'm one of these people who paracetamol for some reason works extremely well for me, but stronger drugs tend not to. So
Well,
I'm really lucky.
paracetamol don't work for me.
Yeah.
I got put on them like gabapentins. They never worked.
Mm.
The ibuprofen's my game. That works really well.
Yeah. It seems everybody's got that one combination that works really, and I'm lucky. It's paracetamol for me.
Right.
I was given a Tremadol for a migraine problem I had, and it never even touched it. And I kept saying to him, "Just please give me a paracetamol. All I want is a paracetamol." And within 20 minutes, it had gone. And yet the Tremadol never even touched it. And why they gave me Tremadol for a migraine, I do not know. But
Yeah.
just don't touch me. We smoked outside for years because of the kids. Now I hate smoking inside.
Or destroys a house.
I'll tell you something. I don't smoke in this house very often, or didn't smoke in this house very often. I normally stood on the doorstep. I did sometimes. Like when we did the streams like this, I'd sit there and smoke in the house. Well, because it was stupid keep running to the door while I'm in the middle of a stream. But I noticed when I came back the other day, I thought, well, I can just smell a very slight whiff of smoke in here. Even, because I hadn't been smoking for a few days.
Yeah.
But I ain't one of these people, Sam. Like with Andy tonight, when Andy was vaping, don't bother me in the slightest. Don't make me want a cigarette. And I'm quite happy for people to still smoke round me if they smoke.
Yeah.
But my mate who I used to work with, he was a bigger smoker than I was, and he packed up. And honest to God, he was like a demon on two legs. Nobody could. I kid you not, Andy. Nobody could smoke within 25 feet of the bloke
Really?
without him ranting and raving about it. And it was like, Jesus Christ, get over yourself. You were the biggest offender of it.
Yeah.
So I think I've got no problem with people smoking. If they, it's their life. If they want to smoke, they smoke. Simple as.
Well, that's
As
it.
long as they ain't
Yeah.
blowing it in my face, I don't mind being near people who are smoking.
Yeah.
Right, what time is it? Right, guys, it is midnight. I have actually gone for 3 hours, which is a lot longer than I thought I was going to. So I'm going to close the stream down in a couple of minutes. We'll wait until it does it midnight, but we're a minute off. So Thank you to Andy and Sam for coming on, especially Andy because I know he works hard when we do these psychic nights. It's a lot of writing down and stuff for him. And
No
Becky,
problems.
Becky as well, always in the background, and the other mods keeping an eye on things. Thank you to you. And it's always nice to have Sam come in later and us to have our silly little chats and laughs like this.
I
Knowing
thought we were, I
knowing
thought we
I'd
were
got
going.
this to come back to was one of the things that actually kept me going in the hospital the last 5 days.
In case we were going to go heavy tonight,
Oh,
I got myself
you
back.
got a tin foil hat.
Ah, well, we'll
Sa-
keep it for the next time.
Save that for Sunday, Sam.
Aye.
Save it for Sunday because we might do a couple of outrageous conspiracy theories and stuff. We might do a David Icke special, Andy.
Oh, I love it, David.
Yeah,
It's great.
yeah. I think we might do a David Icke special on Sunday, so keep that at Sam. Right, thank you all. You have a good night. Look after yourselves and stay safe. And we will basically see you. Yeah, it's nice to be back among everybody, Joanne. Obviously, I will do a couple of readings on Sunday, but I won't be doing it to the extent that I normally do it, where it lasts for, I may do 2 or 3 readings for people, and then we'll just do a chat like this, because at the moment it's just easier for me to sit here and talk crap with Sam and Andy than it is to read cards and stuff, because it is draining to do. So thank you all, everybody, and we will see you on Sunday, normal time, 9 o'clock. Thank you to everybody for the super chats and stuff tonight. Really appreciated. Um, it was nice to see my lights flashing on and off. I forgot I'd set that up, to be honest with you. But there you go. So see you all on Sunday. Have a good night, all. Stay safe.
Night all.
Night, everybody.
Night.